Hello and welcome back to your fantastic cute world of Galil, where we are joining the party in the Tudor Saga. And providing us with our recap today is Brother Bonk.
All right.
And the crowd goes mild.
Alrighty, so recap. Last time, Brother Bonk was on not much in the way of health, and he was in the trees surrounded by enemies, along with his compadres, when suddenly there was a high-pitched whistling sound that only Brother Bonk, Zigo, and Kyla, heard. And so Kyla grabbed and did a grapple on Bodie Mouse and held him above him. Zeagull tried to snuggle up with a log, and Brother Bonk just absolutely pelted out of the forest and went headfirst into a tent. What Brother Bonk didn't see, but what everyone else saw, was a giant green dragon going over the top of the forest and using basically all of his wind power to basically snuff out the bushfire like as if it was a birthday candle. And everyone except for Kyla took a fairly large amount of wind damage. Brother Bonk was not in the nearby area, so he did not take any wind damage either. But it basically killed all of the enemies and downed a couple of us, but enough of us were awake and alive enough to bring back our compadres. And that was almost the end of the battle, except we were very concerned about our last remaining surviving prisoner. And so before doing a short rest or a long rest or anything, Fairheart went off to try and find soporifics to try and shut him up, and went out into the forest alone and got a single bolt of magic to the arse, but managed to survive, and we managed to get everyone back before that last magic caster fled to the north. And we came back, and whilst being shot in the ass with magic, he managed to do a mighty acrobatics check and somehow create the perfect soporific potion, all whilst doing like a bloody cocktail maker's dance with his alcohol and wild herbs all just falling nicely into the little bottle and making just the perfect mixture and landing nicely right next to him without spilling a drop. We came back, fed the soporifics to our remaining prisoner, and that didn't really knock him out so much as just made him relax and not do his little hyena call to his compatriots to bring the minions forth. And so we were on the road, and before we could make another camp for long rest, because we'd considered traveling a little bit just to so that we were in a different location, we came across Grumblar's alchemy shop. We'd been here before. Kevin basically went on all knees and apologized and whatnot, and Grumblar, though hesitant, decided to take us in and be welcoming to us and let us in his shop. And he has successfully done a spiderweb cocoon on our prisoner into the corner to make sure he is quiet and shut up and not escaping anywhere. And the rest of us have been doing a couple of long rests whilst helping Grumblar prepare to join us on the last of our expedition back to the city, because he wishes to come and join us for the short amount of time so that he can come and speak to Micah. And that's where we're at.
Alrighty, so over the couple of days, y'all have had some good conversations with Micah. Y'all have had hopefully some good conversations with each other. Maybe some conversations with other NPCs as well. And I said Micah, I meant Grumblar. And now we are ready to hit the road. It is a couple. What's up?
I want to show Fairheart. Why do I hear myself?
I don't know why you hear yourself.
That was weird.
Yeah, I heard an echo of you as well. Anyway.
I want to show Fairheart the quills.
What quills?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So well, actually, you go ahead.
Well, I'm going to go up to Fairheart and be like, hey, Fairheart, what do you make of these? I got these off of the jungle cats that jumped us on the path up the mountainside, and I'm going to show him the quills I picked up that fell off of their arms.
I would like to look at them. What do I see?
It's not so much what you see, but you smell something familiar.
I would like to detect what I smell.
Something kind of, you can't really put your finger on it, but it's just kind of artificial.
I would do a medicine check if I can. I would like to recall and compare this smell to the smell from the autopsy.
It seems very similar. Like, it's obviously a different creature, so there's some different kind of pheromones and whatnot overlaid, but that same kind of quality that just seems to be wrong, that is exactly the same.
Well, great wizard, mage, man, Arcticus magic guy.
Wow.
These smell quite a bit like the organs. And I look over at Barlow, and if he can see me, I wink, wink, nod, nod at him. But he's in a cocoon, isn't he? Yes, he is. I look over at Barlow and I go, maybe you'll be present for the next one. Your advice and counsel, esteemed as it is, could be of use potentially. And same for you, Grumblar. But these artificial clone creatures, when I autopsied them, they had a very analogous smell, which makes me believe that these cat creatures that we fought are also some type of weird clone from the things. And remember, they're not evil because they're not inherently evil because I used smite and did not get any additional blessing of Solos.
Okay, ignore to the jury. Strike that last part.
Oh, okay.
Remember, alignment technically doesn't actually exist as a mechanic in World, so you wouldn't really be able to draw that conclusion necessarily.
Okay, so let me
vocalize and such, but it's okay because Grumblar actually interrupted you before you said that, anyways. Because when you were talking about the clones and the artificial smell, he remembers back to Zeagle asking him about Shai Shao, and some things just kind of click, and he looks towards y'all and he says, if we're dealing with Shai Shao here, then things might be a little bit more extreme, and I have a feeling they're only going to get worse.
Let me guess. Micah's going to know more about this, isn't he?
Micah will definitely know more about this, but as for what I can tell you, I shall. Let us go ahead and get on the road as we do so. And he kind of shrugs on a little harness that goes over his shell and packs a bunch of shit onto the outside of it. Y'all have seen him stuffing a bunch of bottles and flasks and vials inside of his shell, and both the backside and the front side. He's got a bandolier that goes down across the front shell, all filled with fucking vials, and he's got himself a little fucking walker. And so he's kind of shuffling along, and he is not keeping speed with any of y'all. He looks old and decrepit, and yet just absolutely loaded down with vials.
I hadn't finished shopping. I tell him.
Yes, you have.
But right before the session, you told me that we could buy stuff after we went live, sir.
I also told you at the end of last session that you had until the beginning of this session to do your shopping.
But you literally
I
told
gave
me.
you until in this session to do your shopping, and we can do some shopping afterwards, maybe retroactively. But
Okay, but
you're
Shop's
not
closed.
stopping the
Shop's
man
closed.
when he's ready to go out the door.
For the record,
He's-
though, you had told me about 10 minutes ago that I could shop once we went live. That's why I didn't shop before we went live. Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Come
that,
on,
yeah,
if a
y'all
gorgeous cow like
shopping-
Lilith didn't get like the bespoke shopping experience, what chance does Fairheart stand?
all the shopping is happening off screen because our audience does not give a fuck what you're spending your gold on.
Okie dokie.
That's fair.
Okay. Nice.
So yeah, you got your potions. Anything else you want, bring it to me. We can deal with that then. But moving on.
Yes.
Cool. I might offer to Grumblar, like, you seem a little overburdened. Do you need help carrying anything?
He looks over at you with a sly wink and a raspy voice, and he says, "Always make him overestimate you, or always make him underestimate you." And he kind of steps out the door, puts the walker first, looks all hesitant, and then just kind of steps out the way, holds the door open, and watches as everyone files out. Who is doing what with Barlow? He is still wrapped up and cocooned.
Just set him on
and
fire.
I'll pick him up and carry him. Zeal will carry
Web and all.
the
Has-
heavy thing.
Has Grumbler just trusted the cocoon, or has he put him to sleep as well?
No, he is sedated as well.
He is sedated as well. Cool.
I want to be sedated.
Wonderful.
The second one, fine, Kevin. The first one, give me a minute because I'm going to read that a little more in depth.
Okay, there's and I'll just drop you one more for the third one. You said the second one was fine, right?
Yeah, the 20 gold one.
Okay.
Cube.
Cool.
I need to.
Did you come up with that yourself?
No, it's in the compendium.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. You can get it.
Okay. And for the third thing,
I need an exact quote of how you're asking for that, please.
Ooh. Papa Bear likes the big potions.
Oh, boy.
I'm just wondering what it is to make him say that. Like, do you have a potion of raping?
Whoa! That went from 0 to 100.
Remember, this is for YouTube, ma'am. Please don't get us demonetized.
True.
And I just
Of
want to point out
reaping.
to the audience
Reaping. Sorry.
that
Slip
was
of the
not-
tongue. Do you have a potion of
that was
reaping?
not a white dude who said that. So,
So
please,
it's fine. That makes it fine, right?
it makes it okay if girls said
it was a raised in the country hick from Australia.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Oh wow.
don't worry, you're not a white man. You're fine.
No, she's a blue woman. Can't you tell? Wear the skin you're in. Some kind of advertisement.
Oh, God.
I'm surprised this webcam even works.
I am surprised I can't find my webcam.
Unfortunate.
That's because you're in a very dark place.
Yes.
Well, this thing is from like 2000. No, when did I get this thing? 1998 or something?
Holy crap!
Yeah,
we
it's
can
like,
we can tell.
It's not even. It's not even HDMI at that point. It's
it's like one of the
old-
first.
It's a
those old-
serial cable.
Yeah, it's those old video cables. Holy
It's like
crap.
it's like one of the first USB Logitech craps that ever came out. Hey, it's still
y'all-
working.
Yeah,
As
for
y'all
what it's
are
worth, it's still working.
headed down the path, keeping the pace of the shuffling old man, kind of just walking leisurely, especially Brother Bonk. Brother Bonk is actually kind of halfway bored, like walking in circles around the rest of the party, just to keep the legs moving. Even Fairheart is just kind of like not even heavy breathing at all, just like, okay, Grandpa, let's get you to bed. And Grumblar is just shuffling along, and he's telling y'all about how about 400 years ago. Wait, let me.
Back in my day, we used to walk uphill both ways to school.
Yeah, no, definitely not one of those stories.
Hey,
This
Grumblar,
story
do you
time
have
with Grandpa.
a cheetah's elixir moderate that you could like down for yourself?
Don't drink your own supply.
Rule number 1 of alchemy: you don't drink your own goods. That's an emergency.
Fairheart, your staff of healing is full.
So is that 3 or 5 charges? I don't remember.
5.
Okay.
There's that echo.
Ooh,
That was weird.
5 charges. That means you can do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of them are him just remembering what it does.
Yeah,
You
usually.
You can expend 3 charges to heal the entire party for a set amount of dice.
Okay, Moth Girl.
Caw.
It's like,
That's not a
uh,
moth.
That was a
Grumblar,
black
do you have
crow
one of
moth.
these that you can down on the hour every hour until we get there?
Well, he's an alchemist. He probably has like one of those little alchemist beer caps where he puts it on and puts like a potion on each side and then puts like a little copper tube puts it around to his mouth. And...
No, that'd be the work of an artificer.
We need to get this man a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
Are you referring to the bulk that you're carrying or the tortoise in front of us? Yes, the tortoise.
He tells y'all about how hundreds of years ago, before his time, there was a
Big Bang.
a fearful creation that is not very well known throughout history, or fearful events that were not very well known throughout history because they kind of happened in the middle of the war between the humans and the elves. So it's just kind of a footnote. But there was a period of a not insignificant amount of time where the majority of the people that were lost were not actually in battle against the elves, but because it was discovered that Relvix, who was a problem even back then, had successfully summoned a being from the great beyond, a being by the name of Shai Shao. And whatever Shai Shao ate, Shai Shao could create copies of.
Oh.
Huh.
What does this Shasha fella look like?
That is unknown, because once Shai Shao eats and recreates, those that it creates are loyal to Shai Shao.
So no one's ever seen Shai proper?
So it would seem.
Not survived, apparently.
Can Shai take on the form of the? Is it known if Shai can take on the form of the creatures that it is capable of creating and controlling?
Not very much is known about Shai Shao or the nature of its bond with the creatures that are created.
Would you really call that a bond? I don't want to be pedantic, Grumblar, but would you really call that a bond?
I would not. I don't know much about it. I have not studied it. I am merely reporting the whispers of what I remember from the things that I have read long ago.
That is some very good information. I think we should find some Shai Shao experts. Do you know who is an expert in Shai Shao?
We are headed to speak to the best person I know in all matters of the esoteric and occult.
Why in the holy fuck of Solos's giant cock would Micah never have told me about Shai Shao?
What the shit?
I believe that it was assumed that Shai Shao was defeated.
It sounds kind of relevant, don't you think, Grumblar?
If it was hundreds of years ago, it is probably not the foremost thing on his mind, my boy.
I would like to think back to all of my studies and all of my knowledge of everything I've ever learned about about Alaya, to see if I can recall any mention of this ever in my schooling.
Go ahead and roll it.
Lord.
With advantage. Explode it. No.
Sorry?
I said go ahead and roll it. Take
Laura.
advantage. Explode your dice. No.
Lorelei, right?
I don't care what you roll. The
Okay.
answer is no.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Roll the die. Take advantage. Explode it. No.
Okay, that was not as clear to me as it was to you.
I think
I-
it's
sarcasm
glaze
is
over
just
and-
broken.
I
no
don't think
part.
you ever actually heard the no at the end.
Oh no, I heard it
Yeah.
several
Yeah,
times.
that
but
it didn't come through very well.
my impression is that you were saying something more along the lines of roll it. Oh, you can already take advantage. No, you can't. That's how I heard it.
Explode it? No, I'm just kidding.
Fair.
All right.
I'm just saying, like,
Anyway,
no, the like all of your history from this period is focused on the war. Like there is really no record of anything else that is taught within Alaya.
And I'm gonna, Brother Bonk. Should I be mad at Micah?
um,
I feel like he's holding out on me. Like I feel there's a reason he wouldn't have told me this because I don't know. You know
I
about
think
this.
you may have been more concerned about the location of the princess.
I don't really think he cares about the princess. He knows we have bigger fish to fry. This isn't about the princess. This isn't about Tudor.
We know we have bigger fish to fry. Since we last talked to him, he didn't know that we had bigger fish to fry.
I love Micah and I trust Micah, but he was 6 steps ahead of us. He probably knew exactly what we were going to find, I believe.
Drusilla also pipes up at this point and says, I don't care how big you think your fish is. We are not abandoning Viara.
We're not abandoning Viara, but she's not our first priority. I can tell you that much.
She is my first priority.
Your first priority is not really relevant to me when it comes to saving the world, woman.
How do you know that this woman isn't part of what saving the world requires?
If that becomes the case, then we will pursue it as a high priority. But right now, I think that world-ending, kidnapped princess, My priorities are for the world.
I believe your priorities are to smack a man you don't like very much.
Hey, I'm out here saving the world. Not all heroes wear capes. Although I might get one in town. A certain man I met at some point who was dressed like a magician from the other side of the world, wearing this weird wrap around his head, told me about how cool capes were. Just saying.
So as he's saying that, I'm going to activate my changing cloak and make it look like a cape.
And so we are leaving at 3:00 on the 12th. So, sorry, 3:00 on the 11th. So it is exactly 1 week since the campaign began, which means the sun is going to be up for 27 more hours. Or, sorry, 26. Sun is going to be up for 25 more hours, 2.5 days before until sunset.
Is that because I came back when sunrise happened, right?
No, you came back when sunrise happened on the 9th. You guys spent some time with Grumblar and are taking off at that same time. So,
then I need to DM you really quick, Rick, because there's something that would have happened if there was another sun thing.
Well, the sun has risen twice while you were at Grumblar.
Give me 3 times.
No, twice. 3 times. There was the one when you first got there.
Yeah.
And then
just check character chat, and that's pretty simple.
Can I roll a religion check?
For what?
For what I told you in character chat.
Go for it.
Cool. Where's my religion? Hey, I'm actually trained in it. Cool. I am trained. So I do not know anything.
So yeah, whenever the last sunrise came, guys, you guys saw me come back shirtless with beads of blood dripping down my back.
Brother Bonk would have just sort of shuddered a little or shook his head.
And I would have responded, brother, I'm doing this for you in part. This bead's for you, sir. Or sorry about that, sir. I mean, you know what I mean.
Sir is fine, and I would rather it didn't bead for me. I'd rather bleed for myself.
The blood,
when I so choose to.
Solos requires it.
No one should have to sacrifice themselves for me.
Don't worry, it doesn't hurt too much. You get used to it when you start doing this as a 4-year-old. I think that's when I was taken away from my parents after they killed them. I told you about that, right?
Vaguely, I think.
Yeah, they were magic users in the times when magic was banned.
Magic was banned?
Oh yes.
Still is. At least to humans.
Silly humans.
I've always wondered if I could cast a spell other than, those which come from my god.
y'all can see the new path, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Rick, you replied with "Yep." Is what was that? Yep to?
That was acknowledgement of what you had said. I was looking through my notes.
Oh, I see. Okay, I did because I thought it was a "Yep" to the question of whether the thing happened.
Yep. We're still paused, by the way.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Just making sure you knew.
Yep. Uh-huh. Fucking Sesame Street.
I was just saying, it's like those
Okay, Travolta.
puppets.
Travolta?
Yeah, John
John.
Travolta was on one of those episodes of Sesame Street.
So was
Oh,
Ron
okay.
Williams.
I don't know. Those creepy jellyfish things that did that on Sesame Street always used to creep me out.
That's fair.
Heart.
It was terrible.
Hey.
It's gonna happen anytime someone says that's fair.
Yeah, I know.
Heart.
Indeed.
All right.
Making my way down.
All right, so we're walking along, and those who are with the party on this way heading east will remember the hill that you rested atop when you saw the bugbear walking by, and he just kind of blew off your insults.
I'm sad about my shield, I think, and say out loud as I remember sliding down the hill on it.
No, you were meant to slide down the hill on it. You decided to cartwheel instead.
Oh yeah.
As you wistfully reminisce about your attempts to slide down the hill looking all cool and shit, and completely just gloss over the fact that you actually did fall ass over tea kettle. You look over, and where you can actually see little tiny chunks are carved out of that hill still. Basically, your little bottom of your shield divots that you made as you rolled down, you're actually seeing a nice, smooth, kind of dug out channel where you actually surfed that motherfucker down.
Look, I did fall. I did surf it down.
I thought you cartwheeled down and basically ass planted. Anyway.
I think you must have hit your head on something.
Yeah.
You mean bonked her head on something?
Yeah.
No, that is not what we fucking meant. God damn it. No. Nobody asked you.
Nobody asked
you either. Fucked off entirely. How about that? How about that?
How about that?
Catch me aside.
The stream, you may want to change.
You're going to chat GPT on the stream? What the hell?
It is
Sir.
on stream.
Sir. Sir.
We do not use any kind of AI.
Zen book? Daddy.
AI assistance. What's that?
What are you doing, sir? Kajita does not approve.
Kajita does not approve. If you have gold, Kajita's wares.
Yes, the finest of wares. And hairs. And wares made of hairs.
Interesting.
Why you stare? Are you situated now, man?
So are we just standing there conversing on the path?
No, I thought that we were continuing down the path.
Yeah, that's the thing that I would say.
I thought you would like do the group move thing, but
Oh, I can. I was just waiting for something to actually be said about
Yeah.
anything other
No.
Yeah,
than
put the seagull in
Yeah,
front.
sorry.
Game.
I was
Yeah,
about
outside of just pointing up the hill and went, "Oh, we camped up there." That's about it.
Check.
There was a bugbear that walked past here
Ooh.
whilst we amble along next to a very slow turtle man.
Oh yeah, that's right. He is a turtle, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They have really good AC.
Mm-hmm.
Do I notice any bugbear droppings on the road as we're walking by?
No, nor do you expect to. You are aware that bugbears are civilized folk, much like the rest of you. They're no different. Although you do notice a bunch of cow drops.
Wait, what?
Ah, yes, I remember the ranches.
Can I go check if they're fresh or if I think they're the ones that were?
You don't have to go inspect very much to know that they're probably roughly a week old.
Okay, and they're going, and the cows appear to be like based on the elongation of the turd. The cows appear to be going in the direction they were going at that point.
Yes, you're fairly certain that at least the majority of them are probably from cows that you have seen.
So neither the bugbear nor those cart people have returned. I see.
Why is my vision black?
We don't know
Because
tokens.
you're not in the right thing.
Yep.
It's okay.
Is there an animal dying in someone's area? I hear like.
Kind of does sound like it.
Oh, yes, the crows in my area.
Oh,
Our house backs onto a park.
okay, gotcha.
So we've constantly got crows and cockatoos and ducks and goodness knows what else going on out there.
And
like-
ravens.
Sounds like you need a BB gun.
No.
No.
That'd be quite illegal here.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I used to shoot birds all the time growing up.
And look at you now.
I know. Could hit a gnat's ass at 300 yards with a BB gun.
Impressive.
Sounds like the fucking crows are getting it on.
Yeah, it does actually.
They're probably teasing some other creature like a cat or a duck or a fox or something where they're
Can't
like,
you bang your broom on the wall and be like, "Hey, you whippersnapper, shut it up."
no, it's quite a large park out back. So they're just loud.
Out back. Oh, what are you doing, sir? Ooh.
They're just loud, but they're actually nowhere near the house.
Hmm.
Wait
Like-
a minute. There's another
As
set of
far as-
party.
Doppelgangers. Did we enter a time warp?
Let's do the time warp again.
Are we in yet? Okay, are we moving or are we still conversing?
There
Wait.
shouldn't. I don't see a reason to stop moving. Unless you guys have something to talk about.
We all are continuing to have your conversation amidst the wildlife in the background making a ridiculous amount of noise, which also has Grumblar kind of adding to the cacophony with his own unsettling chuckles. And you're walking along.
They're fucking.
No, that's their warning cry / the cry that they use when they're basically just harassing something.
And
Yeah.
as you are heading westward on the road, you see two figures ahead of you. One large and one small that seem to be headed in more or less the same manner that you are, but even slower.
I look at Brother Bonk. I'm like, I hope we don't have to kill them. I'm pretty sick of killing, aren't you?
Do we roll perception
Yeah.
check if we notice them? or know who
You
they
don't
are?
need to roll a perception check. That's what you saw. They're still a ways up there.
Can I identify them using my extraordinary vision?
Do you want me to run ahead and scout, or do we want to just catch up
Hey,
to
you
them when
guys
we
up
catch up to
ahead!
them?
Oh,
What are you
whoa,
doing?
whoa! That
Sorry.
That was
all good. That's just remember we are in a digital environment. That could have blown some speakers. I'm sure it didn't sound good because I probably got some echo coming through on the reverb.
Normally I'm quiet as fuck.
They are quite bundled up for traveling and kind of covered in cloaks and draped in cloths and whatnot. You can surmise that the larger one is probably a minotaur because you kind of see the shape of like the horns kind of protruding against the hood. The smaller one seems to be a humanoid and also seems to be the reason for the slow movement, but you're not really able to tell anything about them from behind.
Didn't
I'll yell
we
to them.
wake up a Minotaur like merchant on the way back before?
You did.
I turn to Ziegel and I say, sorry about this. And I yell, "Oi, Bullman!"
Oh, man.
And can he hear me?
You see the creature kind of stop and turn around and look at you. You can't really see much. The face is just darkness inside this hood, and you can just kind of see the reflection of the sun off of the eyes inside without really much of any other detail, and just kind of looks at you and then just kind of chuffs and turns around and keeps walking.
I yell, "Oi, oi, oi! Guys, you're going a bit fast. We're trying to catch up to hang out. Hold up."
Bonk, did you sprint up and run around?
Sure. I'll start sprinting up now.
I yell, "We're totally not going to rob you. Don't worry. Look, we
No,
even
shut up.
Oh, dear
Fairheart, don't.
God.
Fairheart, just stop talking.
Ziegel is actually speaking up, so there's something important going on.
Fuck, how do I not
wait.
have
And as Ziegel's saying that, I look at him and I'm like, "Wait, are we robbing them?"
No,
Oh, okay.
just the way you said it made it sound like we were going to.
No, why would they think that? I'm a paladin.
They don't know that.
Everybody knows me.
Even if they did know that,
I don't know you.
saying that you're totally not going to rob somebody is probably not the best course of action.
Oh, that's your perception, sir.
Also, opening up with Bullman is also not likely the suggested course of action.
But he is a bull man.
Yes, we are descended or resemble bulls.
Aren't you literally half bull, half man?
Yes.
It may be
consider-
considered a racial slur.
Oh,
It probably is.
darn it!
Yes.
I'm a white man. That's not good.
Now, Bonk, when you get back, you are able to report that the smaller figure seems to be a somewhat decrepit and dilapidated old woman.
Okay.
And it seems as though the Minotaur, who seems to have very dark fur, he's kind of kindly helping her along, holding her arms steady, making sure that she is sure footing with each step that she is taking. And they're making their way along painstakingly, and you can just taste the patience oozing off of the Minotaur. Just you can tell in the way that he gingerly lifts each of his hooved feet as he's stepping along ever so slowly, that he just wants to go. He just wants to fucking move. But he's just patiently hobbling along with this lady.
Looks like a good minotaur, like a good one of the good ones.
Well, the only minotaurs that we've met have been good ones. Like, albeit we didn't really meet the merchant for very long, but he was very caring about his merchandise. Very concerned. So
when you're dealing with non-humans, you got to judge them one at a time.
yeah, exactly. Much like humans.
Right, but non-humans, they're not as good as humans, so.
Fairheart, I will. You must join me, and I will take you to the band that I grew up with. You can make more. This way, you have more exposure and can make a better, I suppose, judgment.
You promise they won't eat me?
I've not known any of my kind to be particularly, I can't say quite cannibals, but
yeah, it's not quite cannibalistic, but
they don't necessarily like to eat humans.
Oh,
as far as I'm aware, unless things have changed.
Interesting. Good to know.
Eating intelligent life forms is generally considered a faux pas.
Fairheart is an intelligent life form?
I was about to say, so it's okay to eat Lurith then?
It's okay to eat what?
It's okay to eat Lurith then?
It's okay to eat
Lurith. I love how we both accused each other of being an unintelligent life form at the same time.
Eat OUT. Lurith.
I'm like, no, that's a sin.
Is that a
No.
That's a weird little pip up there.
No, it's ignore the actual thing. It's just a large creature.
I was gonna ask because Kevin noticed all the dung everywhere, and having called the man approaching from the other direction a bull person. Is Kevin going to check whether or not the dung is from the bull person or from the bovine creatures in the vicinity?
Actually, I check that, DM.
It just feels like something he'd do.
It's a good thought, actually. You're not as dumb as I thought.
Roll nature.
Sure.
I think this is where Ziegel is actually going to kind of pick up pace upon seeing another Minotaur for the first time in pretty much 500 years. Ziegel's going to start picking up his pace to try to catch up to the Minotaur. Mostly so he can have a not shouting conversation with said Minotaur.
All right.
Lurith is gonna join and hope she can understand the language.
It should just be common / Orcish.
17.
So upon approaching, he will announce himself, "Brother, how fare thee?"
Well,
as you approach, he kind of snorts and says, "Good to see you. Are you well?"
I am well, and you?
Well, aside from pacing. And he takes another step forward and just kind of waits as she shuffles bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. She takes like 6 steps to his 1, and she's taking like a complete round to do those 6 steps.
Jesus.
Did I discover if any of the poop was his, Rick?
What?
Did I discover if any of the poop was his?
You leaned in and were unsatisfied by the amount of odor that you could get off of week-old poo. So you picked up a cow pie and smashed it into your face. and that it smells like cow shit.
So I can't tell if it's shit or cow shit.
You don't know whether or not there would actually be a appreciable difference between them, but you cannot tell anything that would make you believe that this was in fact belonging to the Minotaur. That is
I limber or make my way up at a slow pace, and as soon as I get there, I'm like, "Hey, did you poop back there?" Whenever I get there.
Oh, Arcticus, can you please clean that up?
Also, Zeagle's going to kind of turn to Fairheart for a moment.
He
Snort a little bit.
cow pat all over his face.
What do you want me to do about it?
Prestidigitate.
You don't know I have it.
I have a shit-eating grin.
Oh,
God
man.
damn it. God damn it. So, turning his attention back to the Minotaurs, do you perchance hail from Hackleford's Crossing?
Oh, I need to check my spell book.
He looks you up and down. He kind of glances, he kind of squints, and he's like, "Who's asking?"
Zeagle. Zeagle kind of stands a little taller than normal, basically raises his posture as much as he can while carrying a bugbear. He's right. Barlow's a bugbear.
He takes another step.
I'm not Cobalt.
At this point, he's kind of
Hyena
walking.
doesn't- No.
No.
At this point, he's kind of walking backwards, and takes another step as she continues to shuffle around him. And he looks you up and down. And he says, "You're not Zeagle. Zeagle's gone."
I assure you, I am. I've just been trapped for a very long time.
You don't even look like him. You're too small.
Oh wait, am I still medium? I
No,
don't think I'm still medium.
no. It's a couple days later, so you would be low. Actually,
Yeah.
no. You probably would have been. You probably would be medium.
Yeah.
Because
So-
because you are traveling so slowly, you would have had to go medium to get
Yeah.
out the door,
Yeah.
and you'd
Okay.
probably be traveling in medium, so that the pace
Yeah.
isn't as boring for you as it is for him.
So
Okay.
in that case, he's
with the
Zeagle is going to flick his nose
Add
ring
more
twice,
or you can just pour some of the broth in now, like a little bit.
Zeagle's gonna get big and swole.
and he's going to grow. Well, essentially deactivating the magical item that was given to him, and he's going to grow to his full, nearly 9-foot height.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Is this better?
At that point, you're looking him eye to eye, and he says,
Oh,
"More like it. You can't be him."
Well, for what it's worth, we were in the cave system and he was trapped in suspension in a bottle for what seems like how many hundreds of years?
countless.
About 500.
About 500 years? Yeah.
Like how casually about 5
Give or take.
is
Yeah.
to humans
Give or
just
take a
5, but to you
Give
it's
or-
like, oh, yeah, 500. Yeah.
500, about give or take 500 years.
Lurith is like trying to ponder and just think, was I born then?
Hey, Lurith, look, a tree. It's right there.
Hey, Lurith, how did you feel about me burning all those trees down before the dragon game?
Oh boy.
Lurith is going to do something very
Why,
uncharacteristic
you're
of
gonna
her,
be intentionally
and she's just going to spit at Fairheart.
So
What part
So-
of me is she gonna spit at?
Your shit-eating grin.
I'm gonna lick it up.
oh god.
And I'm like, does your mouth always taste like shit, bitch?
Lilith distances
Seagull.
herself even more from Fairheart.
I'm like, good, stay the fuck away.
Like her head is down and she's like done with all this discussion and is just on the road.
I'm like stay back. I'm not attracted to you, Lilith. Stay back.
Now she's like a good 60, 70 paces ahead of the group now. She's not caring.
Discussion or disgusting?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh,
She can't even hear Fairheart. Just hatred rings in her ears loud.
Okay. So upon being at his full height now and being able to converse, I do promise you I am Zeagle. There's not much that I can do at the moment to prove to you that I am him. How fair is the Hydra clan, though?
You could. What's the thing you do called?
The charging.
No. The panache.
Yeah.
Show
panache.
him your panache.
He would have to have his panache first.
I would have to
He's
have.
got a detachable panache, like Primus wrote a song about.
Sprint and show him your panache.
Oh, that requires an attack.
Panache.
Attack the darkness. I've done it once.
Wait,
Attack the darkness.
can I do a thing here?
Oh, it's daylight. Never mind.
I feel like mentioning the Hydra clan itself would be enough of a clue.
Hydra. Like Hell Hydra clan?
No, that's different. Those are Nazis.
He says, seasons come and seasons pass. The
People
clan.
knew how to whip that ass.
Hey,
Hey,
The clan yet lasts.
what the hell's that?
excellent. I'm glad to hear that.
What the hell are you doing, bro?
He's reading, apparently. They're just ambling along.
I'm looking for something myself.
Brother, would it not be more efficient to pick the woman up? I'm sorry. I mean no disrespect to the lady. I just don't know her name.
Efficiency is not the only thing that matters.
Who says that? The bull or the
I
woman?
see.
You
That's
have
the
not
woman.
heard her voice.
Oh, that's what I was
She
going to ask.
hasn't.
if
She hasn't
spoke.
spoken.
Fairheart is gonna lie to the bull and say this is not Zeagle, using the lie free action,
You have broke your oath.
with the hope of
Roll
convincing the bull. Roll what?
Roll deception.
Don't I roll lie? Oh, I rolled deception. Okay. So I'm
Can
kind
he
of trying to.
lie about what his role is?
You feel something leave your soul as you broke your oath.
No, I'm lying for good, to help Zeagle.
Mm.
Once again, as you speak, the Minotaur, draped in clothes, looks at you, barely recognizes your existence, and just kind of chuffs at you. And then looks back at Zeagle and continues his conversation.
And on that note, I will be right back.
Okay. Noting the pacing and kind of the what's going on, is this a return home sort of pilgrimage?
Something like that, yes.
Well, I wish you both the best of luck.
Thank you, and you as well. And with that, they kind of stand aside to clear the path. He kind of doesn't like drag her, but like gently guides her off the way. to allow the party to pass through.
Those cars, man, they're cracking me up.
Question.
Phenomenal.
Would Grumblar have been able to make donuts before we left?
Nobody could make. No, I'm not doing it. No.
I bought you donuts. I'm not getting more.
No. This is for the game. Rick?
Hold that thought.
There's just going to be a random donut vendor along the path. Donuts, donuts, get your donuts.
You want these nuts or those nuts?
I'm back in a moment. I gotta go.
Or at least something like sweet.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Don't I have something sweet? Let's see. What do I have? Do-do-do-do-do.
Is there something sweet that he had that I could have purchased or cooked or something? It's just for storyline, nothing else.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sure that he would kind of have some alchemical sweetener, as it were.
Like some candied nuts or something.
No, I'm thinking more like a vial, like a fucking, almost like a simple syrup.
Simple syrup. Because what I wanted to do was go up to the little old lady and like offer her like, I don't know, a donut or some candied nuts or like something sweet.
Here, little lady, take my candy from a stranger. Oh my goodness.
Do I have something like that I could do?
Sure. We'll say that you've got a little like a jar of
sweet
molasses.
roll.
A jar of what?
A jar of molasses.
Jar of molasses.
Not Marmite.
Marmite is not sweet.
No, yeah, Marmite is not sweet.
It's the opposite.
I know Vegemite and Promite, but
I crouch down. Brother Bonk crouches down in front of the little old lady and opens up the molasses and lets her, like, sort of, I guess you can smell molasses and go, it's sweet stuff. Did you want some for your journey? I'm willing to.
Kind of holds up her hand in front of her and waves it off like, no, thank you.
No, thank you. Oh, you're missing out. And Brother Bonk basically dips a finger into the molasses and then sucks his finger and goes, oh, yum. Closes the molasses up and goes, like, well,
Gives me some ideas.
Safe travels. I'm Brother Bonk. Just so that I know, what's your name? What's both of your names?
It is a name.
With that, the Minotaur kind of leans down, allows the old lady to whisper in his ear. And he stands up and he says,
We are the youth of the nation.
I am Bixel, and this is Lady Naria, who I am escorting back to the city.
My lady. I will
Nice
bow.
to meet you. Was it Bixel? Vixel?
Bixel,
Vixel with a V.
with a B. Bravo.
V for bravo. Okay, Bixel. Okay.
I'll cast a message and I'll send to the lady. Pleasure to meet you, lady. Or my lady.
I'll give them like just a polite bow, and then go to join Grumblar once more, and we'll be on our very slow way, but slightly faster than them way.
Once you guys are actually like passing, Grumblar picks up the speed a little bit, not so much as to be obvious to any onlooker, but y'all can feel the difference as you kind of pass at a bit better clip, and he kind of keeps it up until you guys get a good amount of distance in between you, and then he kind of slows down again as we come into the next map, which will also seem a little familiar to y'all's.
Not me.
Familiar? I'm not familiar with any of this.
Wait, are we headed to the border town or a different town?
No, we're heading back to the capital.
I thought we were going to Funky Town.
So
We see the drink fairy. I turn to Fairheart and be like, no more pixie dust.
So this is like completely all new to me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What's that about pixie dust?
Last time we were here, Fairheart was in a very bad way and got hooked on a drug.
Drugs. Where are these drugs?
No pixie dust for you either.
What do you know what I'm going to do with them? I'm not going to take them.
Don't administer
Frickin'
them to
pixies,
somebody
only
else
their
either.
drinks. Grumblar, did you want to stop
Ignore
at the drink fairy for a rest stop, or would you prefer to keep going?
Fairheart
is dead.
Lurith is going to take Arcticus aside and tell him about the horrible things that Fairheart did when he took pixie dust, and is going to hand Arcticus a vial of addiction suppressant that she purchased from Grumblar.
Grumblar said, "You still have my webs? I'm surprised you didn't have to use them."
I wouldn't mind getting my hand on some of this pixie dust. You never know when it could be useful versus an opponent or a situation.
You've seen how Fairheart behaved. It's not useful on anyone.
It could be useful on an enemy unknowingly.
I was going to say it could be an offensive kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's chemical welfare. Yes, chemical welfare.
All's fair in love and pixie dust.
Grumblar, did you want to stop for a cup of tea? Or did you want to keep going?
I think it would be best to stop.
Yes.
Okay. We can stop to get a cup of tea, and I can get donuts!
What is your obsession with nuts, Brother Bunk?
Brother Bunk loves donuts.
Well, I don't know what a donut is, so I hear nut and I think nut.
They're this beautiful deep fried pastry covered in sugar and this herb that I don't know the name of it.
Is there nuts in it?
Maybe. It wouldn't surprise me if there were. It's delicious. I can tell you that. Come. If you haven't experienced one, it is time that you do.
I am very wary of Brother Bunk all of a sudden.
And he sort of gently grabs you by the arm, is like sort of enthusiastically.
You probably don't want to grab me by the arm.
Oh,
that is the last place you want to grab me.
Gently.
I mean, if you want to, you can roll and see what you grab.
I'm more thinking of like hooks his arm in yours and sort of like come.
All right, so y'all make your way over, continuing at the speed of Grumblar, and you get to
the speed of Grumblar just sounds like at the speed of light, but at the speed of Grumblar. Sorry,
that's the name of his memoir.
The speed of Grumblar.
A memoir.
Amazing.
y'all get into the building, and because it is so bright outside, it takes a minute for your eyes to adjust inside to where the shadows are. But it's still pretty well lit, light streaming in all of the windows. You see some tables and chairs, some shelves. You see a bunch of fairies kind of flittering around throughout the air above the tables and those bookcases, kind of flittering around, some making tea, some cleaning, a couple of just kind of floating around and having a little chat. And you'll walk in, and it seems like they recognize Fairheart and Brother Bonk, and they get a pretty decent welcome.
I will inquire as to what it would require to procure a couple of whatever doses or vials or pouches of pixie dust.
I believe it was pixie sticks in a cigarette form.
Okay, I will inquire that.
Boy, you guys just have no shame. You're just not afraid to say whatever the fuck you want out loud, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, one of you, and you all kind of look the same, sold me pixie sticks last time I was here. Help the man out. Come on, no bullshit. Don't play hard to get.
Who are you to be making these demands? If I remember,
Fairheart, champion of solos. I cut her off.
You ain't champion of shit.
My time. I give Fairheart the side eyes. Champion of shit.
And I'm like,
eating.
Yeah, you are shit. You fucking elf.
No, Fairheart. It wasn't their fault that they sold it to you.
So
you were in a bad way and asked for it.
They're drug dealers.
Have you seen anyone like
it's
me
before? It's a perfectly legal drug, though.
Is it?
Is it a legal drug, Rick?
You wouldn't know.
I'm gonna try my best to remember my studies.
So I'll ask the pixies if they've seen anyone like me.
Roll your recall knowledge. You ask. You get another one of the pixies' attention while Fairheart is being belligerent towards one of them. You get another one, and she kind of flies around and looks you up and down, inspects the spikes, and is like, "No, I don't think so. What are you?"
Creature of the night. Can I have some pixie dust or pixie sticks, please?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
I have money.
I sit down at a table with Grumblar and go, could we get a couple of cups of tea? And I'll, how does 5 gold worth of donuts sound? I don't know how many donuts that is.
Gold.
It's hopefully a lot of donuts.
It's like
I don't know.
I would think
Brother Bonk has like a zero concept of value of money. And it's just sort of like he just wants donuts and a lot of them.
He only operates on value of donuts.
You sit down at the table, and as soon as you say, how about some tea, you have a little tiny, very awkward for your kind of thick, meaty fingers, little teacup, and it is just filled with deliciousness. And as you're saying 5 gold worth of donuts, the little fairy's eyes just kind of like sparkle and pop, and she almost seems a little bit woozy, and then just kind of flitters off. And over the next few minutes, they just kind of start appearing on the table, almost as if they're growing out of the table. They're just kind of popping up like popcorn rising out of the bottom of the maker.
I asked one of the pixies, what meat dishes do you have?
Brother Bonk is like partly eating donuts and partly shoving donuts into his pack.
We do not serve meat here.
Why?
They must be like lurers. They're probably vegetarians.
Do you serve fish?
They're also pixies. I imagine it would be fairly difficult for them to actually kill an animal to cook.
How much to get like?
We do not like to kill. We love animals. We like nature.
I don't want to be anywhere near Lur's pussy, so no fish for me. I guess. Do you have dumplings of some sort? Maybe potato dumplings with cheese?
She says, pierogi. Yes.
Yeah. How much per pierogi?
She says, for you, troublemaker?
Yes, me.
Or in
Troublemaker.
general?
For me, the troublemaker.
She says, 2 gold apiece.
Wow.
2 gold per pierogi.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. I couldn't.
12.
Just casually says 12.
Can I get some tea in like a water skin or something to go?
It'll get cold.
That's what I like.
Cold tea? What are you, some kind of freak? Where are you from?
I like the cold.
Nobody likes cold.
How much for 200 pierogies, I asked.
2 gold a piece would be 400 gold.
200. Oh, fucking hell.
Says, sit down, shut up. You want pierogies, you will have pierogies.
But I want a lot of pierogies, I explained. Polite. And I changed course and I'm super polite now.
But I'll take a water skin of tea, please.
Yeah, he won't be polite to a pixie, but he will be polite to a waiter. She has now changed from pixie to waiter.
She does not want just the tip.
I'm like, look, can you just give me your bulk price for 200 pierogies, please?
In a box.
To
To go. Uncooked.
Whoa.
Uncooked pierogi.
Cooked with butter and all the accoutrements.
You just want the cardboard box sitting in the storeroom?
The cardboard box that came in only.
All of a sudden, your bag is weighed down by 700 boxes of Michelinas.
Dude,
How much gold is missing from my pocket?
All of it.
it's just gone. No more gold.
Your gold has been individually replaced by pierogies.
If that's the
How
case,
many pierogies for that shield, my dear merchant?
if that is actually the case, I will draw a weapon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, if you arrange all the pierogies on the floor, I can try to freeze them and make you a shield of pierogies. It'll keep for a while.
Did they steal all my gold?
No.
no, they gave you pierogies. That's not theft.
I want to know how
They're exchange of
I was gonna say,
value.
there was an exchange.
It was an equivalent exchange. It was alchemy.
I haven't
They
been told the
taxed
price
you.
yet.
Hey.
They taxed it.
Oh, fair. Part. I offer everyone in the establishment a package of pierogies and say,
while your face is still covered in shit, mind you, and you wonder why the fuck no one's accepting a pierogi from you.
And not only covered in shit, but also pierogi dripping out of his mouth as he's talking. He's like,
I don't think I've ever
no
wanted to
water or
vomit in a.
anything. He's just taking the pierogies, and they're still raw because he asked for them uncooked. So he's just shoveling raw pierogies in his mouth.
I don't think I've ever wanted to vomit more in any RPG campaign I've ever played than this moment.
Honest.
I asked the waitress. if she
All
had-
right.
she has
I'm going
some-
to cast prestidigitation on Fairheart.
But before you do that, can I get some ale, please?
She says, "Hell no." We're not giving you no more
I
drugs.
got it.
What about some lager?
Lurith is going to go step outside to get some fresh air.
You would love to give your
Exactly.
log to her, wouldn't you?
No. Gross.
No, he's trying to branch out from that.
Are they refusing to serve me alcohol?
Yes, they're refusing to give you drugs.
Do I
Do they
see a keg anywhere?
No, you do not.
Okay. I go outside with all my pierogies and I start a fire. Like
Lurith goes back inside to avoid fair.
where am I? Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry. I will go. I feel mistreated, so I'm going to
Is Laura
go.
not actually in this scene.
Yeah, I
currently?
can't see myself or any of the other characters.
Did I
Can
get
Do I see an area where it looks like there's a pretty clear intake, like an air intake into the facility?
Not particularly.
Huh.
You see a chimney, which is a fairly clear air exhaust.
Where's and the chimney's on the roof, I would presume.
Yes.
Well, I just tramps into their garden and I make a little bonfire.
That's rude.
Did I get my water skin of tea?
I can't get over this fence.
No,
Okay.
no, you can't.
I'll pay
You
whatever.
walk up to the fence and you try and get over it, and something just, it feels almost like the wind just kind of pushes you back from being able to get over the fence.
That's very interesting.
You have to sit down in a cauldron and use a sledgehammer.
I note to myself how interesting that is as I go around the corner of the building while everyone's still inside, blah, blah, blah. And I see through these windows, I presume. And I just go here, take the gate, and go in the middle of their field and create a bonfire. Then start cooking my pierogies.
Whoa.
Oh, that was interesting.
Teleportation.
As you're going around, you get accosted by a couple of fairies coming out and saying, "Excuse me, you don't have any business back here."
I'm like, lady or man, I don't know what your gender is. I walked by this window and there's clearly meat on this table. And inside, you guys told me you didn't serve meat. I'd like to make a complaint.
They stopped you before you got there. Oh, I have everybody selected. No.
But I would have seen.
Yeah.
I would have seen the meat on the way there anyway, Rick. On the way to the gate.
If you did not get around this corner,
I
you
did,
would not have the opportunity to see it.
but I walked right here, and then here.
But I pulled you back to here, and I said they stopped you.
Oh, they stopped me before I got to the gate down here on my first
Yes.
go around. Oh,
Yes.
I thought they stopped me when I was in the field. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Okay.
No, I was letting you say what you were saying.
Okay.
And I was, yeah. So they stopped you on your way down
Oh, I see.
and said, "Excuse me, you have no business back here."
I'm just gonna keep walking around.
Give me a will save.
This man's is finna get
This finna get
Polymorph.
bad.
polymorphed.
Oh, please, God, yes. Please.
You take a half a step and you are frozen.
Please.
Including my mouth.
No, you are held in place.
I'm like, this is how you treat paying customers?
No, this is how we treat trespassers.
Can you show me the deed to your land? Because I don't believe that you own it.
I don't care what you were asked to leave. We were here first.
I'll give you a gold if I get some tea, and I'll leave you alone.
You already got your tea. You
Okay.
have been in there. People who are not raising trouble are being served efficiently.
So I'm going to touch it and use chill touch on it to get it really cold, and I'm going to offer some to Brother Bonk. Be like, try the tea cold.
Brother Bonk just sort of quirks an eyebrow and takes a sip. Iced tea? This is amazing! And he proceeds to, like take a bite of donut, and then take a sip of tea, and then take another bite of donut, take a sip of tea. And it's just, he's in, like, heaven.
And then I'm going to
And
jerk
he
it
has
back
long...
and be like, it's mine.
He has long since, like, thrown donuts at Arcticus going, try these, they're amazing.
Lewis is going to quietly ask a fairy whether or not she can have a pixie stick.
They're probably sticking on my spines if she's throwing at me.
Well, when I say throwing at, I'm more like, here, catch.
Well, it's a defensive mechanism. I would, like, shish kebab them.
Okay. Then you've got donut kebabs all over your body then. and Brother Bonk is probably enjoying making donut kebabs on your body.
He's like Sonic collecting rings.
I'll wait until you see what I get when I level up, sir.
So you
All I'll
get to
need
get
is a Knuckles.
Super Sonic.
Or
Well, I may
Tails.
not be a Knuckles, I'm more of a knees.
Maybe I should get a spell to make Crackle look like a fox.
But what does the fox?
What does
Hey.
the fox say?
It took every ounce of me not to just start doing the weird noises out of that song. I'm not gonna lie to you. As much as I appreciate the rest.
Okay, so are we refreshed? Are we good? Is Fairheart still frozen?
Fairheart has taken an action. I think he was ready to, but everyone else started going, and he patiently waited for them.
Perfect.
Cool.
I just tell them that they will be smited in the name of Solos, and there's not a goddamn thing they can do about it.
I will deduct a gold for the tea.
Oh, sir.
Unless it's cheaper. I don't care. I'm going to give him a gold either way. I don't really care.
The fairies look bemused at you and say, "You're not in a position to make threats."
I may not be now. You know not what you say, fairy.
I'm just imagining them going, I am a pixie! And going nuts.
Dude.
Can I recognize what kind of ice I'm in? Like, is it just real ice, or is it magic ice, or
You're not in like frozen, like ice frozen. You are frozen, like freeze frozen.
Like,
Okay.
like chronologically,
Using
temporally.
my very limited knowledge of medicine, can I deduct what is freezing me?
You are magically held in place.
Using my knowledge of occultism, I presume, or arcana, can I try to figure out if I know of a way to get unfrozen?
You are magically held in place.
So I can't think?
I'm just saying, from what you know,
I've been wondering that myself.
you are magically held in place.
And do I know of any ways to unhold myself in place?
No, you don't know anything about exactly how or why you might be magically held in place. It's not within your purview. You don't know much of anything about fairies or how they work or how their magic works.
What parts of my body can I move? None of them? Not even my lips?
You've been speaking, haven't you?
Yeah, I know, but it's unclear to me what part of me is frozen versus not frozen. If I can...
Okay, and it's unclear to me how it particularly matters if you want to flick them off. You are frozen. You are paralyzed. You can speak, because I will give you the opportunity to speak.
Okay, then I'll just
Lurith,
keep
Lurith slips a couple of the pixies some gold, and they sort of fly down because they're weighted down by the gold. And she also hands them a bar of soap and goes, "Can you clean that guy up, please?"
Does she know that this is happening, though? I thought she went back inside.
Yeah, because she's gone inside and outside, and she's embarrassed for the group.
Well, prestidigitation.
Understandable.
Yeah, he has kind of been cleaned.
I just keep
okay.
berating them in the name
Lurith
of
is like, there's still
Bippity
enough-
boppity boo, motherfucker.
Lurith is like, there's still too much filth.
who moved me?
I did.
Okay.
Because there were 2 copies of you, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Also, why you were going over there.
Gotcha.
Why?
I feel like the antagonism between Lurith and Fairheart has just grown immensely since the last session. And I fucking love it.
All right, so Fairheart, you said you were going to continue to, and then you got interrupted.
I will continue antagonizing them, just threatening them with Solos's wrath, and that's what I'll do.
They seem to just ignore you and blow off what you're saying, and you're just locked down. They seem to be kind of having a conversation amongst themselves, and one of them flies off into the room and says to the party, it seems like your problem is having some more problems. Y'all want to come deal with him, or is that going to be left to us?
Brother Bonk will sort of look up mid chewing donut, going, Okay, one moment. Drinks the last of the little cup of tea. Gets up. Show me where he is.
And the fairy just kind of...
I feel like this is leading into an execution.
I gotta go at some point.
The fairy kind of buzzes off and flies out the front door and around to the side. And
Where is my character?
I don't know. I'm wondering where most people are, because I know I brought...
him. Yeah, I
I
put
see
him
what you're
inside.
saying now. There
Oh,
are
there he
actually,
is.
like,
Okay.
2 fair hearts. There,
So-
wait, never mind. That's the. Never mind.
They lead me out, around. And I get into the purview of a fair heart that is still probably prattling at them.
He is frozen mid-step with one knee high, leg forward, and just kind of chilling there. And yeah, just prattling off, talking shit to a couple of fairies that are just kind of talking amongst themselves. And as you approach, they say, "You gonna claim this?"
Yeah, I will after I stop laughing. And he starts buckling down laughing and goes, Fairheart, you look like one of those human statue mime things in the city.
I hate
buckled over
pixies, I
longer.
reply.
Looks like you got yourself in a bit of a pickle there.
I'm fine,
now-
just leave me. Solus will save me.
Now, Solus sends
Lurith goes,
help
"Okay, ciao,"
via
and
different
walks away.
means. Solus will send help in different means, and today that means is me. Now, do you need me to knock you the fuck out and I can drag your ass back to the city, or will you say sorry and let us leave peacefully?
I'm not apologizing to Pixies.
They've served me donuts, Fairheart.
They served me raw pierogies. They can eat my ass.
You can cook them later.
To be fair, you asked for them raw.
No, I asked for them with all the accoutrements. That would imply cooked, I believe.
My bad. I thought that you had asked for them raw as well because you wanted like fucking 200 of them.
I literally said with all the accoutrements.
And I literally must not have heard that.
Okay, because none of this would have happened if they had not served me raw pierogies. Fairheart is throwing a fit.
I did hear something about someone asking for raw pierogi, but I think it must have been a joke at some point. And
He's not in
meant seriously.
Fairheart is not in a pickle. He's in a pixie sickle.
The only reason I went to their garden to set a fire was because they gave me raw pierogies.
Did you not think to ask if you could use their kitchen?
No,
I turned to the Pixies and go, I think when he asked for raw pierogi, he was probably in jest. Would you be willing to take half of them back and give him half of a refund?
No, I asked for. I'm very adamant that I asked for all the accoutrements. Do you guys not speak?
I reach out a giant orc hand and just doosh right over his face.
A fistful of pierogies
Pixies
into his face.
and go,
Screwed everywhere I go.
could we get? Would you be willing to do? Take half of them back and do half a refund and get one bowl, large bowl of cooked pierogies with the accoutrements, please, and I will throw them a gold coin.
They apologize and say, I'm sorry for the confusion. I can make you cooked pierogies. There is no call to be wandering around, getting into our property, disrupting our farms, and going on about your shenaniganery.
Would you also say that there's no call for serving someone raw pierogies when they clearly said with all the accoutrements? Because I think the blame's on you here, Pixie.
There was clearly a mention.
Did I not?
That sounded like a pretty backhanded apology to me.
Oh my goodness.
She flies up and delivers a backhanded apology.
Cool.
I apologize for the fact that all of this is clearly a misunderstanding on both parts.
No, I'm adamant. No, there's no misunderstanding. I said with all the accoutrements, they serve me raw pierogies. What kind of?
Well, no, I don't.
Establishment should be set on fire.
Will you
saw
trust?
How good I am at setting things on fire, didn't you, Brother Bonk?
I get really close to Fairheart and went, you asked me to... You asked me before to take control of you when you go off the rails. Do you want me to hit you?
Am I really off the rails? Because I feel like they're in the wrong, Brother Bonk. You heard me ask for pierogies with all the accoutrements.
I also heard a joke about pierogies raw.
That was
They evidently misunderstood. And then you evidently misunderstood. And then you got angry and didn't talk it through.
Why would I? It's someone else's joke. It's not my responsibility or problem.
I can't remember who joked about it or who misheard.
The fact of the matter is that an apology has been rendered and you are continuing to intentionally derail the session.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to get the Pixies to...
They're not pixies. They're fairies. That's why the place is called the Drink Fairy. They have been fairies the entire time.
Well, if we cannot interact with the fairies for their fuck up, in that case, I will just shut up.
You did, and you said, I don't care. I'm going to burn the place to the fucking ground.
That's hyperbole.
How do you expect them to react?
I don't know. How do you expect the client to react when he gets raw pierogies?
And then he was given an apology because, that was a fuck up. Because you asked for 200 fucking pierogies.
Did they apologize for freezing me?
No.
That was their
Because
mistake.
they had every right to freeze you because you were trespassing on their property.
And I had every right to go cook my pierogies, is my point.
Not anywhere you want to.
I'll
Your
grant them that. I'll grant them that and say that I'll apologize for that if they apologize for freezing me.
They accosted you and you attempted to ignore them and go around. Then they froze you. You got your warning shot.
Did I?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They told you to stop. You did not. They made you stop.
I feel okay. If that is what happened, then I will just shut the fuck up.
Lurith approaches Fairheart and hands him a manuscript on the studies of cause and effect.
Right.
I take Fairheart by the elbow and go, "Could you kindly unfreeze him, and I will guide him back to the front." Oop, what's it? Why is my okay? One moment.
I don't know these people.
They look around as if trying to figure out where the fuck the bagpipe music is coming from, and one of them looks at you and says, "As long as there is no trouble, then we don't want any trouble, and it's fine. You can take your friend. We do not appreciate people snooping around. If you have any questions, ask. If you have a problem with a service, you can ask. I am sorry for the miscommunication. I am sorry for the misunderstanding."
You guys should probably train your staff better, I say as I walk away.
But we are not sorry for freezing you.
And I just muttered to Brother Bonk about how unprofessional an establishment this is and that it should be shut down.
Freeze ray.
And you are absolutely welcome to never return.
And I never will, unless it's the nothing.
I just look to Fairheart and go, "Have you ever considered opening your own emporium?"
The shit-eating grin.
Fresh cow turds daily.
Fairheart, like deep inside, is just like he's fuming because he feels like he's just like constantly fucking ignored and disrespected, and it reminds him of his childhood and being a second-class citizen and the outrage of being served raw pierogies to Fairheart is just like, wow, especially by a non-human species. It's
Come now, Fairheart, Lurith says. Soon you shall be back in the arms of Solus in the city.
I spit in her face the way she did.
Jesus.
Remember when you said that when we got out of the caves, Fairheart was going to be a different person? He was going to be a pleasure to deal with?
Remember when I told you that Fairheart would be going in and out of that until he became a good person again?
Yeesh.
I just gotta learn
basically drag
teleportation
Fairheart out to the front and go, "Please sit, wait here." I go back in. I lay 2 gold down on the table and go, "Can I please get 1 large bowl of cooked pierogi with all the accoutrements, please?"
I don't.
And upon receiving it, I'll take it out to him with cutlery and whatnot and go, "Here we go."
I hug Brother Bonk and thank them and say, "I know I can at least place 10 on you."
You know what? You do play the recovering pixie stick addict very well, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're close to the city now, right?
Yes.
Did we want to take a quick break for a bit? Or
yeah, sure, we can.
Okay.
So it's 10:34 now. Call it about 10, because I'm gonna go smoke. So 10:45, we'll be back. So 11
Go
minutes.
make a drink.
All right, sounds great.
Talk to my baby.
All right. Cup of tea time. Something that is white meat and bone.
I am back, and I put way too much hot sauce on my food.
Welcome back. I just ate a bunch of fried chicken. Homemade fried
I
chicken.
have
It was delicious.
grilled turkey, green beans, and cauliflower.
Heck yeah. It sounds delicious.
Which I cooked last night and then froze and then reheated with hot sauce and barbecue sauce mixed together.
That's a good combo. Is it like buffalo sauce or is it like
What
a legitimate hot sauce?
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'll link you.
I don't know how worldwide Buffalo Wild Wings is.
Oh, it's everywhere. Frank, it's just Frank's sauce.
Okay. Well, I really enjoy Buffalo Wild Wings mango habanero sauce.
This is the sauce I put on my food.
Visit a site. Does it tell you how many Scoville it is?
I think so.
It says heat
No.
7 out of 10, but it doesn't.
Scotch bonnet, ghost pepper.
Okay. That's it. Oh, this was the one that was featured on Hot Ones
Yeah, I've had all
for a
of them,
minute there.
but this
It
is
was loud as fuck.
one of my favorites.
All right, I'll have to take a look at it.
Imagine it tasting like capsicum or just bell peppers, but really hot. It's amazing.
Okay. Oh, they put the chocolate ghost peppers in there too. Okay, I see how it is. The Trinidad Scorpion, Zing, and White. All right. Smoked garlic, pepper powder mix, chipotle Scotch bonnet, and the Trinidad
Is
Scorpion.
everybody here?
We are missing 3 people at the moment, I believe, still.
But yeah, we went to a chili festival the other weekend, which is like a gathering of all the local hot sauce manufacturers. And I ended up spending like $250 on sauces, which will last me a year until next year when they do it again.
Right. No, it's worth it. All right. Looks like we've got Fairheart back.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, so who are we still missing then?
Brother
Um,
Bonk and Articus are not in yet, but I imagine that Brother Bonk will be here relatively shortly.
We only have one microwave.
That makes sense.
Are you both having spicy noodles?
No, I'm having grilled turkey, green beans, and cauliflower with hot sauce. Though this one sounds pretty interesting. Bourbon habanero ghost sauce.
Yeah.
Bourbon hot sauces are pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't enjoy drinking bourbon, but I've liked every bourbon-based sauce I've ever had.
My my pumpkin spice hot sauce, I think, has been my most popular offering so far.
Yeah, I'm just a big fan of like the mango, like the fruitier kind of like the mango. I like mango habanero. There's a couple of them with like an orange base that I've had as well. Well, I mean they're vinegar based, but like it was a prevalent orange flavor that was also super spicy that I liked a lot.
How do you feel about like pineapple being in there?
Oh, that'd be delicious.
I'll link to another sauce that you will enjoy the shit out of.
I appreciate it. All right,
Oh, there's a hot coffee hot sauce, Rick.
Oh, fuck yes.
Hot coffee, hot sauce.
Oh. Sorry. I forgot that this one existed. There you go. Habanero, coffee, and passion fruit. There you go.
Blueberries, passion fruit, red onion, garlic sauce, and cafe unido geisha. Oh, that sounds actually really good. Like really good.
That wasn't even the one I was going to recommend to you. It just came up in their list. I think it's called barbacoa.
It's a 4 out of 10 on their heat scale. I would love to know how many Scovilles it is. But I can't.
Too many.
It's gotta be. No.
Anything over a jalapeno, I don't like.
Like if you just want some like tasty as fuck hot sauces, these ones are a good mix. They're not hot, but they're tasty as fuck.
Well,
I like tasty. I don't like hot.
Well, I like both. If it's tasty and hot, even better.
Hot is only good to a certain point for me, and then it's just like, why?
Because some of us enjoy pain. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not even.
Also,
It's
there's
not even
that
pain.
rush
there's
after.
so many better ways to get pain, though.
Okay, but here's another thing: is the way that capsaicin presents itself. You do get like a bit of a buzz off of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I do it for like a high feeling or anything like that. I do just genuinely enjoy hot sauces.
Hey, man, got any capsaicin?
I don't like hot for the sake of hot.
Yes,
exactly. I like hot because a lot of things that are hot taste really fucking good. And so, like, I love habanero. I love serrano, poblano, ghost, scorpion. I don't like jalapenos. Has nothing to do with the heat. I'm
Just
not
the
into that flavor. But give me
habaneros.
serranos. I don't care for Tabasco either.
I don't like Tabasco.
It depends on how it's cooked.
I
how it's prepared.
absolutely despise buffalo sauce.
Yeah. Although I must admit, out of all the peppers, I'm not fond of Scorpio. The way it burns, I just don't enjoy the way it burns.
Yeah.
Habanero.
Habanero. Love
Habaneros
habanero.
are amazing.
Yeah.
I've eaten a jalakia like right off the vine. I had a buddy
A what?
grow them. Jalakia. It's basically the ghost pepper. I believe that's like the actual name for the ghost pepper is jalakia.
Yeah. Chilies cross-pollinate so easy. It's hard to get like a pure chili.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, are we all here now? It's 8 minutes late.
I believe so.
And as far as the ravens out back, I took a photo and put it into the gameplay chat. You can see one raven surrounded by ducks. The raven is on the picnic table.
Really?
And it's surrounded by ducks and pigeons. And there are other ravens in the trees that I couldn't see, but I could
Okay, I
hear
had
them.
to zoom in on it, but yeah, I can see now.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And
So
that trunked tree, that large tree in the foreground, is indeed a eucalypt, but it is not in
Yeah.
our driveway.
No, not in our driveway, but it is putting an awful amount of shade on our fucking solar panels. Hate that tree. It is keeping the river bed nice and firm, though, so that it doesn't erode away.
Firm.
I see the river over there. Yeah.
Holy fuck, habaneros is too much for me. Nope.
You don't like habaneros?
It depends on how it's prepared. If they've put too many in it, and then it gets just as hot as any other really hot thing. But if
I
they've
just ate
been
like
easy
half of
on it,
one.
yeah, if they've been easy on it, then I've had some really nice habanero stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got some spicy pickles that are spiced by habanero and garlic.
Yeah.
Nice.
We made, for a little bonfire that nobody ended up coming to, we made a homemade habanero guac.
Ooh, that
with
sounds
some
delicious.
fresh habanero in there, and then we had bacon wrapped scallops, and as a dipping sauce for them, I put some fresh habanero in with rhubarb jam with fresh strawberries and
I love rhubarb.
some habanero honey.
I love rhubarb because it's poison in a
Hab-
big enough quantity.
Yeah. Habanero honey is amazing too. I had a teacher
No.
when I was in high school that would make habanero bread.
Oh.
Oh. That almost
That's
makes me
crazy.
want to get a bread maker, doll, just to make spicy bread.
Stop! I can only get so erect.
Well, if you can have all your electronic toys, maybe she gets to have a bread toy.
Nah,
Oh, I wouldn't
it's
want to put my dick in a bread maker.
Instructions unclear. Dick stuck in bread maker.
that would suck.
If you take nothing away from the
Well-
session tonight, folks, is don't put your dick in a bread.
Well, so bread makers, almost all of the auto ones that you can buy for non-commercial use. I mean, even with commercial use, I'm sure they all have the same kind of function. They've got a
God.
paddle inside of them that spins
Yeah.
around to rotate the dough. That would
whack,
just
whack, whack.
I hope all my friends aren't watching.
does not sound like a fun time.
Who is in the stream? I want to make sure what I'm gonna have to answer for.
Actually, I don't know if anybody is, but at
All
least
right.
if there is people,
Right.
nobody's been typing.
Oh, there's one person viewing, and that's me.
No, that's I'm
Yay,
viewing.
one viewer.
Woo!
Well, I'm viewing right now. I don't know why there's only one then.
Weird.
Oh yeah, I should probably. Yeah. To Twitch.
Yeah, I see you in the. Wait, no. Oh yeah, they're Holozor, yeah. But why does it only say one viewer? That's fucked up.
That's weird.
Well, one viewer outside of yourself.
No, I'm sure the viewer shows one, even if it's just you watching.
It does depend on the platform sometimes.
Do you have it paused or something? Maybe.
No, we're still running.
No, I mean whoever's viewing, because mine's not paused. I have it muted. But no.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
why. And if you have it muted on the channel, not through the tab at the top, but through the website itself, like for Twitch specifically, if you mute it off of the volume bar that is provided with the stream, it doesn't count you as a viewer.
Really?
Yes.
That is stupid, Twitch, and I don't care if you hear me say that. That is ridiculous.
Banned for life.
Right. You no longer have a Twitch account.
I'm a rebel. What can I say?
There we go. Unmuted.
I'm a rebel
in
without
Twitch,
a
but
pulse.
muted the tab.
I unmuted it, but it still didn't. I still don't show up as a viewer.
Refresh the page really quick.
You don't own
What
me.
if I want to do it really slowly?
That was a question, isn't maybe that'll work. I'm not trying to tell people what to do.
You don't own me.
I had to do that enough today at work. We had 2 new guys working with us, and I had to answer so many questions.
There's a lot of bots in here, though.
Of course, there's a lot of bots.
So what do you mean I'm not meant to put my penis inside?
Oh, now there's 6 all of a sudden. What the hell?
Yeah, there you go. See,
Where did 6 come from? They went from 1 to 6.
One for each of us.
I just got a notification that it's my day off today. Holy crap.
nice.
That's great. I forgot about that completely. Considering I would have started work like 4.5 hours ago.
Right.
That is some delectable rage typing.
That sounds like Kevin typing.
It's brown mechanical keyboard switches.
Discord, you don't need to tell me that Prime Rogue is typing. I can hear it.
Shit.
Cheers.
Yeah, mechanical.
the seismic tremors.
If you don't use a mechanical keyboard, you're not civilized.
I have never touched a mechanical keyboard. I
Look,
don't claim to be
You're,
civilized.
you're a Marine. They wouldn't let you near one.
I mean, fair.
Like
Former
No.
Marine.
they'd be
Armor.
afraid of you dropping the crayon dust in between the cracks.
Oh Jesus!
No, that's an okay joke to make. I've been told.
We
No, just saying
can't
that,
all be
like-
lawyers, even the ones of us that pass the bar.
Exactly.
Well, I for one did not pass the bar because that's not what I went to school for.
Kevin did.
Yes, I sure fucking did. Twice.
All right, guys. So, can I make a request that we get along as a party? No spitting in people's faces. Cool it, please. And let's go ahead and continue on with the story. So y'all are gathered up. Everyone is outside of the drink ferry. Bills have been paid. Things are taken care of. Everybody is happy. Ish.
I pull a glowing object outside of my out of my pack.
Anus.
Yeah, no, it's a dildo. No, I'm kidding. And it's glowing. It looks like a ball.
The glowing
like a-
cock Solos.
Yeah, no, it's a spherical cock of Solos. No, to you it probably looks more like an orb. And I'm over this, but
Orb.
I really autistically follow rules and instructions to the letter of the law because I'm such a slut for rules. I was told by Micah to destroy this, to open it next time when I was coming back from the drink ferry, and I'd forgotten to do that. So I just pull my arm back as if I was throwing a fastball, and just I'm not trying to break anything. I'm just trying to send a little last message of customer dissatisfaction, all the while completing my final task, and I just toss it at the hardest wall of the building that is least likely to be damaged that I can see.
Yeah, the walls on the front side looks pretty hardy to you.
And I spit on the ground after.
You're able to easily pick out a section where you're not gonna throw it through a window or anything like that, and you whip the orb at the wall without anybody really having a chance to interfere, even if they wanted to, and you just kind of chuck it over there, and with a satisfying it shatters against the wall, and you see a little fairy fly over to the window and just kind of shake her head out at you.
You missed.
And you spit on the ground, and I kind of imagine just turn away, but that's up to you.
I mutter, I won't be back as I turned around. Yes.
And as you turn away, you kind of start walking towards the road, and you receive a message from Micah. Do you want it aloud or do you want it in chat?
Chat.
Okay.
Excuse me. We need to buy some noise suppression for Kevin's keyboard.
I mute my mic when I'm typing most of the time, so you're not even getting the half.
Not today.
Yeah, but see, I did the honey, the milk, and I put it with the tea, and it still came out okay. So sue me.
Honey milk and tea is delicious.
What about my keyboard? Can you hear it?
Yes.
A little
Faintly.
bit.
Yeah.
So yours is better. Yours has some sound deafening going on.
No, by definition, his keyboard is worse because it's not not satisfying sound.
Because it doesn't sound like a C-130 flying over a war zone.
When I
Does it sound
got
like this?
when I got this newest keyboard, my wife was like, "What the fuck is that noise?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "I can hear it like I'm in the basement, so she's 2 floors up, and she could hear me typing furiously."
2 floors up? That's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
I believe it, but holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. That I thought like
I'm glad that you're.
Actively using an 1830 typewriter.
I'm glad that you don't live in an apartment complex.
Your messages and your messages. Sir.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
Okay.
right now. Sorry, I need my glasses.
Where are my glasses?
Well, not everyone can be perfect like you.
I'm not
You
sure who you're
should
talking
start
about.
heading back.
You know how I
Oh,
told
I'm not
you
talking
guys,
to you guys. I'm talking to someone else.
You know how I told you guys that Micah was probably already 5 steps ahead of us?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a message that just came into my mind when
From
I
the
threw-
ball.
It was an orb, sir. I would think that as a mage magic person, you might know this. And I go and give you a hug as I say this, and pat you on the back.
Do you really want me to cast snowball at you? Do you want to see what balls do? You want to see what these balls do?
Hey, that's okay if you'd like. I've been told. I actually no. Y'all are. I'm not the wisest bunch. I'm gonna tell this to Turtle Man. I'm like, yo, Turtle Man, and I give him a hug. And tell him this is not the greatest news. But,
One moment, Kevin. You've become kind of muffled.
That's odd. What
There we
about
go. That's better.
Much better.
Oh, okay. Well, this is even weirder. New knowledge has come to me as I've thought about this, as I've been distracted by my conversation with Arcticus. It wasn't coming from the ball itself. It was actually the message spell. Seems like it was cast from very, very far away. Well, not that far, but pretty far. And Micah is telling me, Turtle Man, that that's a nickname I give out of love, sir. That and maybe you can tell me what this means, sir. But East Path is no longer secure. It is critical that we meet on the morrow in Lakeside instead, because Citrax has awoken.
We kind of knew
What
that
should we
already.
make of this,
Citrax.
Mr. Grumblar?
I'm guessing that's the dragon that fucking buzzed us.
Sithrax indeed has awakened from what you told us of
Micah told us to reiterate.
of your fight in the woods. That definitely sounded like Sithrax flew over and put the fire out. So that is it is bad news to be sure, but it's not exactly news. East Path is this road that we are on. The path.
But why
to
would it not be safe?
Maya. If Sithrax is on the prowl, then this would be a good way for him to quickly establish dominance and also get himself fed. No? He just woke up from a long hibernation, and well, you're pretty hungry when you wake up, I imagine. I know I tend to be. As far as meeting in Lakeside, well, that would be where this path leads, and he points to the sign that says Elia this way, Skriel this way, Lakeside this way.
What about Barlow?
Well, we can
Barlow
still
is
take him.
Still
No, I know
unconscious and just chilling on Zeagle's back.
Are we confident that we can keep him asleep till we get there?
You got Grumblar with you. You're good. He got that shit under control.
I
Well,
still say
Grumblar.
we kill him.
Oh yeah. No, let's keep him asleep. We'll deliver alive, potentially no, actually dangerous body to
Yeah, let's just go see Micah. Does anyone have any philosophical musings on the implications of this for the kingdom?
Is there any relevant trade that generally comes from the east that Sithrax might be interrupting?
A bunch of cows, maybe.
Well,
Stinky cows.
Nothing in particular out of the ordinary that you would know of.
Well, Zico.
but before we do anything else, I ask Arcticus and Grumblar and whoever else has magic properties of any sort. Do any of you have the message spell?
Yeah.
Can you try to cast the message spell at Micah? Do you know how we could cast it to that place? I know you've never met the man.
Message goes 120 feet.
Then how can you tell me how the fuck he just cast this here?
There's other spells that are like message that can go to anyone you know.
No, this was the message spell. I know with certainty.
He
Well,
probably used some sort of.
It was probably bound to the orb.
It was
But I
probably a
wouldn't know anything
pre-recorded
about magic.
message spell in the orb.
I would think that the orb might still have some residual energy, and I would also think that this establishment might have some kind of weird energy coming from it. Maybe we can amplify your spell's distance using the remaining energy.
That would be up to the DM's discretion.
Right.
But the spell you're thinking of is sending.
No,
We could also get
I
moving.
know the messaging spell. I'm an expert in the messaging spell, and I know with certainty it was the messaging spell, sir.
Well, go ahead and cast it.
I don't know how to cast it.
I'm an expert. I don't know how to cast it.
I'm the greatest at knowing about it.
2 straight
You
lines.
do know that you get to respond to a message, to a message with up to 25 words.
As the greatest expert ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but if
Hello. You're wasting your 25 words.
But if you get the message spell and then you don't respond and you sit there and have a conversation with everyone, how does that work?
Because I forgot to remind him then, I'm going to give it to him right now.
Retcon
5
get
words
your
or less.
25 words. Get your
Did
fingers
anyone
ready.
put- oh, so I didn't have time to get input. We are on our way with a version of Barlow. Have fought hand multiple times. Watch for clone.
Are you pooping?
All
Is a word.
species. All species. They smell artificial. Fairheart out.
Nicely done, sir.
Do I hear anything back?
No, it's a one and done.
It-
Like
yeah, it
one
doesn't work.
each way.
Oh,
Yep.
And I tell everybody that I just said that.
Okay.
And as far as using Arcana to boost the message spell, that would be like up to the DM. He might let me roll to try it, but I doubt that. Without me knowing Micah, I
You
think I
don't
would
know
even-
Micah. That's your biggest
Yeah.
problem.
So you can't just like base it on the energy from the orb
No.
or anything.
No, you have to know the target.
Oh.
Okay. Well, then we should probably get moving.
To Lakeside.
yeah, we're going to the water.
Dandily, I'm like, anybody up for some fishing later?
Brother Bunk just sort of perks up and goes, "Yeah, I'll be up for fishing."
Let's make haste, but on our
I love
way,
fishing.
I would like to look for a pole suitable to make a fishing pole out of without going out of the way.
Sir, you do not need a fishing pole. I will show you the way to the queen.
If this involves anything more than I actually want to catch them with a pole and things.
The The stream is
stream.
not showing the
Yeah,
game
and it's
anymore.
showing a token saying anal. I know. There. Oh, by the way, the anal token is the next big thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Righto.
know how big your anal gets.
Oh, boy.
As you guys turn towards the north and
Wait,
begin to head down the path, Fairheart will have seen this before, so it's probably nothing really new to him. But I don't think any of the rest of y'all would have actually. Well, maybe Ziegel. Ziegel probably would have. You see that quite a ways away in front of you is the inland sea, but it's kind of inverted because imagine that the whole part of the planet, the side, is like a table, and you got a drop of water on that table, and it just kind of bubbles up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what all of the water does. It comes in from each of the sides and the corners, and it just kind of works its way down to the middle naturally, and then it just kind of piles up. So it's a little bit engraved there and whatnot, water erosion. But you can see even from where you are, where the water is actually piled up on top of the surface in a gigantic bubble.
I turned to the wrong. This looks like a good place to fish. Too bad we have to make haste.
Well, I mean, that's what you're headed towards.
I if I find a fishing pole, like a pole that would be suitable for fishing, I want to just tie a rope to it and just drag it as I walk in the water, without stopping or anything. I don't want to stop.
No, you're on.
We're
the path.
walking towards.
You are walking toward the bubble.
Oh, we never walk. Okay, I thought we're never going to walk.
I was specifically trying to describe that as you turn onto the path, you see it ahead of you.
Okay.
What you're going towards.
Well, then I'm going to try to prepare a fishing rod en route.
Yes, that should not be a problem. You will see that the path is more or less wooded, much like the rest of these roads are. It's not as well kept up. It's not as major of a thoroughfare as East Path.
But you should be able to find a tall, straight sapling somewhere to quickly.
It's still a well cared for commercial road, and there are pretty trees off to the side, and it's easy enough to find you a good fishing pole stick.
Is there a hook in the adventurer's kit?
You tell me, sir.
I would think
if you have a med kit, you could use a needle from there.
Yeah, that's fair point. That too. But I would think that as someone with high survival, I would have one in my adventurer's kit, but I don't know.
What is your survival?
+9, I think.
So I'm an expert in survival.
Yeah, me too. I think.
But I need no fish hooks. I am the fish hook.
Oh no, I'm +7. Sorry.
Yeah, you could make a fish hook out of a quill.
I just swim and fish come with me.
Otherwise, I'll just make one out of a needle. But either way, fish hook.
All right, sweet fish hooks.
All right, so you're walking along. Let me actually go back to the timeline. Leaving the drink ferry. It's about 7:45, give or take, on the 11th. And it's going to take you about another 4 hours to walk up to Lakeside. So
at the speed of Gourmand, right? We could get there faster, but we're at the speed of Gourmand.
Oh, that's right. You are at the speed of Gourmand. So yeah, it's actually
Grumblar. Sorry,
Gourmand. Yeah.
Well, I said gourmand isn't never mind. That's a different word in English.
Delicious.
All right, so it's going to be about 6 o'clock on the 12th when you get there.
Yeah. Whoa.
Steven,
Yeah.
how easily can you access the my custom cupcake? Because I don't remember offhand exactly where it is.
I cannot recall. On the advice of counsel. Actually, I can get you a copy of it in a Discord message.
Perfect.
That's what we're referring to? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, that just took me
No, you're good.
A moment to brain.
by process. One moment. Working on it.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second because I have to yell something.
I'm wondering what he's yelling.
He's yelling for more sunflower seeds.
That was not worth thinking about.
Okay.
It's all gray now.
You were the first one.
Sorry
yeah?
about that. I just had to make sure the batch of homemade dog food I was cooking had been taken off the heat.
Mm.
You were the first one, yeah, Rick?
I'm the first one. What?
You were the first
Oh.
cupcake. Yes, you
Yes. Yes, I was.
Aw, cupcake.
were. There you go.
Yummy, yummy cupcake.
Do you by chance have the name?
I can get it. One sec.
Yeah, we could go with that.
Good Lord, man.
Oh, what the fuck? Don't do this to me again.
I'll be back in 1 second. Well, a little bit more than 1 second.
Cool.
Oh, it's so dark. Oh, wait, I see words. Am I supposed to be able to see words?
What the fuck?
Like the Bubbler's Pauper and Sam's Bakery and stuff.
No. Why do we not have walls? What the fuck?
Gladwell's and Town Square and Temple of Water.
Yep.
That just brought me right back
Gladwell's. Sacred Rest Cemetery, Baines Custom Pack, Community Kitchen, Sal and Sons Seaside Smithy, Temple of Water.
Yeah, no, you guys should not be seeing all of that.
I'm not looking at them, so I guess it's fine.
Well, I can't see nothing but that. It's all black.
Oh, I'm just making sure I look at the other screen because I don't want to.
Yeah, I can see the words, and I can see like grass and greenery. There is walls.
Okay, so you can't see like inside the buildings.
No, just the names of.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just hovering over where they should be.
In town square as well. Can you see inside the town square?
I can see inside the town square. Yes.
Okay. What about in the middle of the town square?
I can see like a ring of green and a ring of orange and yellow, and then I'm guessing like a little fountain or something in the middle.
Okay.
I don't think I'm populated because I can't see nothing.
You are not. Sorry, I've been.
The only there's only 4 areas that don't seem to have walls, and it is this backyard area. That's can I? There we go. I've just hypered. You can probably see my purple clicks in the backyard area. The town square, I can see this. And I can see inside this veggie patch down the bottom. And I can see inside this veggie patch down the bottom here as well.
Okay.
But otherwise, all I can see is like grass and trees and stuff. But everything else is like, there are walls. There are lines of black that I cannot see behind.
Let's see. I can't see
Okay.
it.
We got Bonk, Lurith, and Arcticus. I'm leaving Crackle off for now.
Okay. He'll be with me.
You don't need to throw him out.
Yeah, if you need him, you can get him on, but until such time.
Alrighty, so Fairheart.
Yes.
Have you ever been to Lakeside before?
Clearly, I'm a member of the. Not a member. I am a. Sure.
He's the mayor of Fairheart. He's the mayor of
I've been here with Tudor, clearly, because we've clearly gone fishing and hunting on many occasions.
Rick, your face.
Okay. In that case, it is fine that y'all can see the words because Fairheart would be able to tell you where everything is.
Oh my God, Sam's Bakery! I completely forgot. I need to go get a donut, Brother Bonk. You want to come with?
Really?
Also, the statue that you see in the middle of the town square, you would also know is of Ramona.
Yes, that statue of Ramona. Nice statue there.
And who is Ramona, Fairheart?
I don't recall.
Oh, you just know it's
history check roll. Rick, you're shit-eating grin, Rick.
Would the party like to remind Fairheart who Ramona is?
Ramona was on one of the hand.
What?
Is Ramona the princess that we're looking for?
No, Viara is the princess we're looking for.
Who the fuck is Ramona?
No one knows Ramona.
Ramona was the human that was part of the Hand of Solos.
The what now?
The human that was part of the Hand of Solos.
That's not what I have written down here.
Well, that's what I have written down in my notes.
Oh, okay.
So she was the one that was captured?
She's the one that was captured, yes.
Okay.
And that you watched get tortured?
Correct.
And then made to be a servant or slave or whatever.
All coming together now.
Trained to help Relvix.
Yeah.
It looks like I have Ravena. Okay, whatever. Yep, that's a her. Hand of Solos kidnapped. Sad story.
Big sad.
Cool.
Many tears.
All right, so Fairheart and Brother Bonk
Oh, it's spicy.
head into the bakery, and you see Bo and Micah having a conversation. And
Before you
when
can even say anything else, I draw my Scizore when I see Bo. Like, even though
it's already out, it's part of the buckler. So
Then
I assume you're entering with your shield raised. Just
no,
because
I raise it. I raise it when I see Bo.
and he gets up and rushes towards you gleefully and says, oh, my sizzle, my sizzle, my sizzle, you found my sizzle. Oh, thank you so much. And Micah gets up behind him. It's apparent that they were having a conversation, and he says, Fairheart, my boy, so good to see you.
Micah,
Is this
get
Beauty
down.
Mouse?
Get down, Micah. Down. And
I will like grab one shoulder of Fairheart and go, I think this guy's the original. I think we're good. I think.
Micah, who is this?
I think this is the original Bo.
It's Bo, and Bo has like he realized your kind of shift in attitude, and so he's kind of like hesitantly stopped, and he's so obviously like overcome with excitement, like a kid seeing its favorite toy as the Christmas paper unwraps or tears, and he has nearly got tears in his eyes at seeing the buckler and the Scizore that are on your arm. And Micah is just looking at you completely confused and wondering why. And like he was just exuberant as well, like having a great conversation. So happy to see you walk in. And then suddenly it's like his world has been turned upside down and he does not understand what is going on right now.
I tell Bodie Mouse, get on the ground now or this Scizore is going through your throat.
No. Micah, did you get the message?
Steps back and kind of starts to, like, he's not moving super quick or anything
Micah,
like
did
that.
you get
He's kind of
the message
wobbling
from
and
what?
putting one knee down.
And I'm like, we can clarify this. Everybody stay calm.
Micah,
Nobody
did you
move.
get the message from Fairheart?
Because I did mention in the message that I think either we met or we slayed the hand 3 times.
Like clone? No, you mentioned clones. Not
Well, I
who
mentioned
it was though.
I did say the hand though in the message.
Okay, but yeah, Micah, did you get the message from Fairheart?
Perception check, both of you.
Okay. Because I'm not confident this is the real Boaty Mouse.
Just them?
They're the only ones that are in there currently. Y'all both notice his right pinky is missing.
Bodie Mouse's right pinky.
Yes.
Boaty Mouse, stay on the ground and nothing will happen. I think we can clear this up. What happened to your finger?
Micah still hasn't answered my question.
Micah says, yes, I got the message. All right.
What did he say?
I think we're finally understanding what is going on here. And I am glad
we've been accosted by several Boaty Mouses and several other.
I've killed 3 or 4 of them. I nod.
Yeah. So forgive us for being wary.
No, I understand.
But I gestured to Boaty Mouse. You can get up, but one sudden movement and this is going through your throat. Do you understand?
He kind of shrinks away from you and just kind of scurries back against the wall.
I
noticed
don't want
that he was excited and he talked. Pretty much none of the other Boaty Mouses talked. So this is also already a good sign.
That's a good sign, but I'm not taking any chances. I think we should get the rest of the folks here.
Yeah.
Grumblar comes
Fairheart.
in right behind as you guys are getting things cleared up. Grumblar walks in, and immediately Micah peeks up, and Grumblar peeks up, and they greet each other like old friends immediately as everyone else is filing in as well.
Cool. When prisoner's name? I'm having a mental blank.
Barlow.
When Ziegel comes in carrying Barlow.
Give me a second on that. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm giving it in order.
All right.
Drusilla, and then Arcticus. Obviously, he doesn't know Arcticus yet. Kind of nods, doesn't really say anything, but you do see some recognition in his voice, in his eyes. Lurith, he immediately peeks up and says, "Oh, did not expect to see you again, my lady. How do you do?"
Can you please sedate this man, and I'll be doing much better as I motion my neck towards Fairheart.
Ziegel, you having Barlow just kind of lag behind the others as they were going, and as you pull up to the door, you notice that it's got that little thatched kind of awning thing over it, and you look in there and you see it's already pretty fucking packed with people. You're just like, I don't think I need to go in there all that bad.
Micah?
Even if you were to shrink down, you and Barlow both, that place would be packed as fuck. Because we do still have the baker in there, who I am trying to get a fucking picture uploaded so that I can put her name on.
Sam, I'm not a kid anymore. Get a plate of donuts. I'll pay you for it when I'm done with this. I say with an odd sense of confidence.
So just unless you plan on moving everybody out soon, just for so I can kind of see what the layout is, can you remove the wall that's there blocking the bakery? Thank you so much.
God, you look so big in here compared to us.
Yeah, no, that's why. That's why he doesn't actually go in.
Yeah.
I might turn to Fairheart and go, I think both Micah and Boaty Mouse need to see our prisoner. Should we go outside and empty this place out a little bit so the poor baker isn't feeling quite so cramped?
Boaty Mouse, while everybody exits the room, you will stay there. You will go out last. Do you understand?
Okay.
And I nod to Brother Bonk, and I'm like, Sam, donuts.
You're like, I got a hostage situation. It's a hostage situation, and you're like, donuts. Sorry.
Priorities.
I want the donuts outside because I want my best friend Brother Bonk to have donuts.
You would know as well, sir, that this place is called Sam's Bakery, but there is no Sam. You know that the baker is Stasi, and Steven is going to go ahead and put in the gameplay chat this baker so that y'all can see her.
Okay.
One moment.
What?
Maybe I can beat you to it. Gameplay. There we go.
Perhaps.
Gameplay.
No. There we go.
Don't upload your porn.
There is Stasi.
Okie dokie then.
No, that's just some NFT chick.
Literally, she actually is.
Yeah, I know.
Ramona. I know her well. Is Finnegan?
That's not Ramona.
That's not from.
Oh, this is the sticker?
This is Stasi.
Okay,
This
well,
is
I
Stasi.
ignore how Stasi looks, and I just want donuts. So.
You want these nuts or those nuts?
Hey.
Oh.
Fairheart, do you choose to?
I choose donuts.
I guess I'll just message to you.
Okay.
The powdered sugar donuts are actually pixie powder.
Oh no! Oh no!
Pixie nuts.
Why do you think Fairheart wants them so much?
They're habit
It's-
forming.
Well, they're not Lurith nuts.
Come on down to Dusty Chicken Truck.
The special pixie dust glazed donuts.
Oh,
That made me think of something different.
Homemade glaze.
Which chat are you putting this in there? Gameplay or DMs?
As character chat.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay, good to know. Wait, let me write something back then, Rick.
What the heck?
It's just start drumming on the table because you don't have a fancy keyboard.
Pretty much.
That was me typing 7 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 words.
Like I guess I could like I don't know get some chopsticks and bang my keyboard to get like the similar sort of sound, but
You realize that's not even aggressive typing. That's just like normal.
oh I know, but in order for my keyboard to make that kind of sound, I would need to like hit it with drumsticks.
She doesn't have a mechanical keyboard.
Don't
She doesn't want a mechanical keyboard. I don't know what's
I
wrong with
don't.
her.
I don't blame you. Mechanical keyboards are loud.
But they have such a nice touch.
I'm sure they do.
When you type for a living, you understand.
Yeah.
I don't type for a living, so
All right. So what's happened?
everybody's
we're-
moved outside of the bakery.
So Boaty Mouse is exiting last with me pointing the scissore right at his throat, and walking backwards.
Well, he
That's a little aggressive.
Well, that's his own.
have you
No,
met Fairheart?
No, I get it. I get it. I do.
Oh, you gonna get it. You gonna get it.
That's his only option.
Kill yourself.
there you
This
go.
might sound a little personal, Bodie Mouse, but do you mind if Fairheart came and
Unalive you?
sniffed you?
Whoa, that ain't where I thought you were going. Where did my vision go anyway? Am I refreshed? Am I still there?
I actually
no, I need to
don't
add
see
you.
your pip.
I don't know what happened there either.
I turned to Brother Bonk and I'm like, in this context, brother, Bodie Mouse is not going to have a goddamn choice.
I would rather him give permission, especially if he's the original.
Why does
Well,
everything smell like donuts?
If he's original, he can have his freaking scissore back. Otherwise, he's going to be pretty dead pretty soon.
Is that what that is? It smells like donuts and pierogies.
Very dead.
It wasn't that funny. Damn.
Anyway,
Very dead.
does Bodie Mouse agree to having a sniff test?
I guess whatever. Just don't kill me. Let me have my sizzle back, please.
Bodie,
I've seen
take
it
off,
so long.
take off your shirt now.
What the fuck is a shirt?
Covering your upper body.
Oh, okay. He starts undressing, taking off his robes. Like, please don't don't hurt me. Whatever. What is your thing, man?
I killed 4 people who looked exactly like you. Do you think I want to fuck around and find out? I want 2 people to draw a weapon on Boaty Mouse while I smell, because I'll be up close.
Sorry about this, Bodie Mouse.
You want
And
me to
I
kill him?
like gently but firmly grab him by the upper arms and just hold him. But I'm like looking at him gently going, don't worry, trust.
Now the Brother Bonk, I think Brother Bonk is strong enough, so I go in and I just take like as many sniffs as I can, like a fucking beagle, going to town at the airport on suitcases on a flight from China.
That is.
I look
a
at Fairheart and go,
Hell, you'll say.
anything?
I need the DM.
You smell rat, and you kind of sift through a bunch of different perfumes and kind of sense of castle living and kind of a comfortable life, and you kind of get down to the bottom where there's like just raw animal musk and flea shit, and you don't get any kind of sense of that artificial scent that you're particularly looking for.
I without saying a word, I get up slowly and I give Bodie Mouse the biggest bear hug possible. I'm like, oh, it is so nice to see you.
He's paid heroes. Stand back.
And I like
Bo is just like completely
so
smothered in this mountain of fucking armor-clad men, and he's just like looking around, absolutely terrified. His arms pinned against his chest, just like squeaking, his tail flailing around. Like, what is happening here?
I pet him behind the ear, and then I hand him his scissor, and I'm like, "Here's your baby."
And he takes it and he scampers off behind Micah.
Well, wait, before he does that, before he has a chance to do that, though, I ask, "Are we good now?"
Yeah, we're good. Well,
no, me and I ask Bodie Mouse if we're good now. Like, as in, I give you this scissor because you've proven you're not a clone. Are we good now?
He is hiding behind Micah, just looking at you like nodding as in not even comprehending. He's just gonna like go along with whatever the fuck you say because you just scared the ever living shit out of him.
I sit down and let other people do the work now.
Cool. I'll like go down and go, sorry about that, Bodie. We've had one hell of a week. Come, you'll want to see I guess an old friend again, but he's not your friend. Trust me.
Lurith helps him regain his dignity by helping him dress again.
Yeah.
As soon as Lurith puts her hands on him, he's like, ooh, okay,
Ooh.
So I think to iterate Brother Bonk's point, Ziegel is going to not so gently toss Barlow onto the ground in front of Micah.
And you don't even need to walk over to do it. You just you kind of just take him off of your back, and you just fluidly in one fell motion just and he just kind of sails through the air and just lands in a heap at Micah's feet.
And I look at Bodie Mouse and I go, do you get me? Do you understand now?
Wait, is Barlow's face visible at the moment?
Yes, he is gagged, but his face is visible. And Bo sees him and he looks at you and he looks back at him and he looks at Micah and he just says, what? No, Barlow's dead. I watched him die.
Yep. And yet we've killed about 3 of them, and this one we've kept alive because we need to find out more.
As he hit the ground, he kind of bonked his head, and it seems to have jostled him awake a little bit. He's still gagged and whatnot, so he can't actually do anything clear, but y'all hear the kind of giggles. He's looking around, and he's just kind of chuckling.
Before he has a chance to giggle too much, I say to Micah, yeah, by the way, every time he giggles like that, we get attacked, so I'm going to double gag him again, unless you object.
His call brings others. At the moment, it's light, so I don't think it's going to call anyone. It's not the full call, but he is relatively sedated at the moment.
Micah says, if you think that's what is best, my boy.
I don't.
And as you start to do so, you got your hands around his head. you hear a scream from right over here.
Sorry, I'm looking at the stream. From where?
Right over.
Building to your left.
Do we all hear it?
North.
The community kitchen.
Everybody hears it. Yes.
Um,
The kitchen. And then we are going to you, Brother Bonk, and Arcticus and Lurith will see. Fuck, I don't have a fucking token for it either. Goddamn.
is there a reaction before anything that happens?
No, this is what is happening first, and then we're going to call it before we're going to start the next session by rolling initiative to have reactions.
Okay.
But what you see coming around the corner is a little puppy dog. Do you want to go ahead and describe that little puppy dog, Kevin?
Oh yes, there's a little puppy dog coming. I presume its tail is wagging. It is about knee high, a little bit higher on Fairheart. Tricolor, black, brown, white patches. You'd think it was a beagle, except that it's pretty buff, like muscular. Kind of looks like a mixture between a beagle and a pit bull. And it has a little waggy tail and a shine, a glimmer on its nose.
Aw.
All right, Steven. What does the dog do?
It runs up to Fairheart, takes a sniff of his leg, and then the dog sort of turns its nose up and raises one leg as though it's about to urinate, but it doesn't. Then it runs around and sniffs everyone in the group, and then it comes along and comes up to Lurith and, like a cat as opposed to a dog, just nudges its nose up against her leg and then just sits down, looks at her, and then just barks.
And there's no reaction. Oh, the glory.
Does she have like animal speech? Does she understand it?
I mean, okay, I'm not. You guys can, like react, like talk, like, but there is no like movement, no combat reaction, is what I mean.
No, not to a puppy dog. No.
No. I mean, as far as
More just like concern as to like why, who, what scream? Why is there a scream and now there's a happy puppy dog?
No, seriously.
I beckon the dog towards. I did get donuts, right, Rick?
Yes, you got your donuts.
I just do a kissy. Oh, my dog reacted to that. I do a kissy like sound thing to the dog with my lips, and I brandish a donut in a like above where it could realistically get it. And
the dog approaches but latches onto your ankle gently and tries to drag you in the direction of the screams.
I insist. I hold a fist above its head with the donut in it and wait to see what it does.
The dog is persistent and tries to drag you more.
Let's follow it.
I don't give in to dogs, and I just keep my fist outstretched.
The dog releases its jaws from your armor and just goes and tries somebody else in the party. It goes and tries Zegol.
At this point, I'm like less concerned about the dog and more concerned about the scream.
Yeah,
and I'm
exactly.
gonna head towards the what was it? It was a kitchen.
The communal kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
It is midnight right now. Do y'all want to get into combat?
I'm okay with it if everybody else is.
I'm okay with it.
I kind of.
If we've got other plans and we don't
have
have
stuff to do.
Like, I thought that this was a good place to call it before we get into combat, which is why I was saying.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
sounds great.
let's stop it
Yeah.
here and start the combat next session.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Sounds
sounds like
good.
a great, like a fantastic plan.
All right.
Because it is very suspenseful.
Yeah.
Very suspenseful.
I
Zeegle
do-
will
Oops, sorry.
actually start to follow the dog, by the way,
And,
Yay.
as an answer.
And
and
I throw the donut at the dog and also start following.
And
not
I
at the dog, for the dog.
I will,
So that like I'm trying to see if I can catch it in midair.
I will prep Ray of Frost and I'll aim it right at Barlow and wait.
What? No.
What?
We're leaving that with
That's the last thing I'm doing.
I think you should stay with Barlow. Personally.
no, Grumblar staying with Barlow. He can keep him sedated and
Yeah,
and
Micah
and-
and Grumblar are gonna hang back with the two.
What's my memory of Micah's fighting ability?
You have seen enough of Micah to know that he is not an easy mark for anything or anyone by any means.
Huh. Okay.
All right.
he is like, because he was like royalty, right? So he's got all the royalty training. He just didn't want the throne. Yeah,
No, he's not royalty.
I thought that he was.
He's the
Like-
humble librarian, but remember how he introduced himself.
I can't remember.
Still.
I thought he was like cousin or something. He was family of the royalty.
No.
No,
He's
because
no
I
part
remember
of-
one part Kevin going, "You should you should be king," and Micah going, "No, I don't want that."
No, I was just like basically saying anybody but Tudor at that point.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, there's no actual claim to lineage.
Okay. Anyway, Kevin, I sent you an image. Is that
Oh,
what it looks
one
like?
sec. Sorry. Let me check. Yeah, pretty darn close. I sent an image to Rick at some point, if I can find it. Oh, yeah, here it is. Should I DM it back or just put it in gameplay chat?
Yeah, feel free to put it in gameplay chat.
The dog is wearing armor, but it doesn't have it, obviously, yet.
Yeah.
You wouldn't leave a dog without armor, obviously. The doggy looks like that.
Oh, okay. Very large beagle.
Yeah, for some reason it is not actually allowing me to upload anything to use. Like the last couple of things I made, I actually had to have Ben. Like I sent him the images, he uploaded them for me, and then I was able to set them. So I don't know what the fuck is going on with that.
As server admin?
Yeah, like it's like when I go in. So like, say I click on create actor. We're gonna make your dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Type NPC folder.
That's
Party.
not a server side error. That's a client side error. That's you, not the server.
No, I'm not saying that it is.
No, I'm just letting you know. I know you're not saying. What in the fuck is happening?
But like I
That is odd, though. Did you try clearing the cookie in your cache?
no, I did not. Let me try.
Because I would bet that might be at play here.
Take that, depression.
Oh,
So-
Fairheart is noticeably like cheerful since he saw a dog arrive.
Yeah.
Adult.
I've just looked up. I think what you're aiming for is a harrier, which is like a very large beagle.
No,
Harrier hound.
Good little beagle.
let me see.
I used to have a beagle.
That looks pretty on point.
Let's see. Carrier count.
I just put it into the gameplay chat.
Oh, see, it would be a mutt though. Like even if it looked like a Harrier hound. Yeah, but more muscular. Like almost as if a Harrier hound had been crossed with like a pit bull, I guess. And a lot heavier than that. Like, think like 45 kg. But just like muscle, like barrel chest.
Okay.
Oh, wait, unless it's an actual puppy, then it wouldn't be 45 kg.
I mean, it's not like fully like new puppy. It's not
probably like
fully grown, but it's like getting there. Like it's an older puppy.
So
it's
probably
like just on a year old or maybe a bit under.
Yes, right around there.
It's probably like 35 kg right now then.
Yeah, it's still so. Like when I click on choose, you have uploaded shit and know how that works, right?
Yes.
All right. So when I click on the choose file, it brings up the normal box for me to choose the file, whatever. I click it and select it, open, whatever, and then it will pull up the file name where it normally does to the right of the choose file button for just a second, and then it will just disappear. And it won't actually be added into the list, and I won't be able to select it.
Huh. That is very weird.
It's like it starts to upload it, and then it just disappears.
I am honestly not sure of any good reason as to why I would do that.
Could it be file size? No, it shouldn't be file size.
No, it wouldn't be file size. No.
No, because even with that, like I was able to send it to Ben, and he was able to do it. So if you want to upload the picture of the dog and the picture of Stasi,
I just wouldn't know where. I haven't uploaded a character though. I wouldn't know where to.
It doesn't even matter. You just literally upload the picture into the thing the same way, and then I can pick it out and.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Not right now, but yeah, I'll get to it.
You can even create a new folder for stuff that you've uploaded. That way it's easier for me to find it.
Sure.
Yeah, so you guys also see in front of you, it's kind of like a not like a wall of water coming straight up out of the ground, but you can see it's kind of like there's a distinct part where it just kind of bloops out. And it doesn't go like straight up, but there is a defined point where it's kind of like almost like an overlapping edge. Like it's kind of rounded, like the surface tension is actually keeping it at the surface right here, but there's enough water that it's actually bulged out just a little bit. And you kind of get the feeling that over time you can see, because it's clear enough, you can still see through to the ground. There's still kind of almost like a tidal effect of the bubble kind of growing and shrinking. And you can see that there would potentially be points where this corner of the Temple of Water, which is, very obviously advertised, could actually pop that and kind of rupture the surface tension there, and this entire town would get flooded.
So it's like when you fill up a cup too much and you got it right there on the cusp of overflowing, but it's still kind of bubbling up.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And you go boop, and it goes whoosh.
Surface tension.
I wonder if I could freeze the bubble.
You have never seen so much water in one place in your life.
Sure, I have.
That's not true. That is not true. Never mind.
It's just a different form of water.
And you have actually seen more open water than this. When you cross the gap.
and the Great Swamp.
No, the Great Swamp, you didn't really see much of any open water.
But it was
That's
water.
swamp. It's not open water.
Eats swamp water.
Yeah.
Still has fish.
But even with those things, like even when you were kind of going through that area where the corner was missing, the water was kind of still pulled down. Like you've never seen
Gravity.
water pool up like this.
Is the stream still going, or yeah, it's still going.
Yes, we are.
We know.
We should probably stop.
If y'all are ready to end, we can go ahead and end. Thank you so
We should
very much
probably
for
stop.
tuning in. Whoever may be watching the replay, we will be back next week. No, we will not. We will be back in 2 weeks to resume starting out with a battle out the gates. That's going to be fun. Thank you once again for tuning in. Have a great night.
And as RDM always forgets, please visit dragonmemories.world.
Yeah, call to action, Rick. Do the call to action thing.
Good night.
Like, follow,
Good
subscribe, share.
And visit
Yeah.
dragonmemories.world.
Comment, like, and subscribe.